If it had not been for the Lord, where would you and I be? Eyewa onyankopon adom, eyewa onyankopon humobro, eyewa onyankopon healing hand, eyewa onyankopon blessings, eyewa onyankopon confounding grace. And the diabedru sampempens way. So dear koso dear baswa and so second day in February 2022 at Dumbinti and Edasuetiase. I always tell you, the fact that you are alive is enough. It affords you an opportunity to turn things around. It affords you opportunity to press that reset button. The things you couldn't do yesterday that frustrated you, it affords you the opportunity to at least pause for a second and see how you can do things differently so today's story would be different. Folks, I welcome you to the Happy Morning Show live on ETV, live on Happy 98.9 FM, listen 95.9 and 100.1. Oma for more ATO, Kumasi, Sunyane, Cape Coast, Takwade. And Viasia Fananano, Yamamunina, Aquaba, the Northern Belt, Winanum, Yamawa Aquaba, Bogatanga, and other places in Inanum. Yes, will be Aquaba to the Happy Morning Show be at a simulation. Send the Danian, Yane, a AC retired Victor Tanobedin Como, or the road city tidbits in every brace and every boy who by near dear Huni, a war a yet quana. So more drive here and more texting. Especially now sending messages at the Brahman phone. Money and Mokasa said drive and put your phones down. Yeah, Yajembe at the headlines of the newspaper personal Abre or Mamfo. Ebeto also Edin Komo at the sports kakra Ebebre or Mamfo. So Mamfo follow the show since we started last week. Now we've been following the issue of Magdan. And why Catcher said we will write officially to the Ministry of National Security, Ministry for Transport, and the National Security Coordinator to find out why action is not being taken on the matter of, Magdan, the private launcher, will be a Kotoka International Airport, Ghana Airport Company Limited are raising concerns about it. And there were some developments. And Beche live on the show. You better also near the COVID-19 Trust Fund, and also we are probing the accounts. Sikana yadi and the chance to see and so and today we'll sustain the conversation. If so, we want to set the agenda for the nation in terms of accountability and the fight against corruption. Now, see our corruption perception index in the bio. We're all talking about it. It will take you and me to make that happen. We'll activate the phone lines for you to join us along the way. And so we encourage you to be an active listener and viewer as well, participating in all that we do live on the Happy Morning Show. By an idea, not yeah, my emotions media across live on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll be glad to hear from you. If you send me a comment on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, your handle no, a Happy 989 FM, and I say ETV Ghana. Na you ready at the Ama Oman 4. And to share the link to groups, platforms that you belong to. And I pay any ACP coding come on. I'm about to say any ACP retired Victor Tando Edin Komo now to pay or the road safety tidbits no a bay always median so ACP to pay Yamakwaba average median so. Na impom disano peja
Nyamiadum pacho me hoye mjisa musumoye
Nyamiadum ikukwemu kakaka no pedie oni enante
Tade amiasi It's my former Happy FM Echiamu nyina o chema no pay Ise so dum feja nkoso ankamo ho nkoso ntine ni mu so enchiremu bribiara Etie for mutie dmeji anope ma munyina ati Amachi adishi elmo bese dmeji kese so Happy FM 98.9 Anope bonnet 10 more Then boss, them as a Sean and the tea a demo. I almost want to be and it just is Natty, Gilbert, Isaac Ade, Raymond Nyamado, Sefa Dankwa, Rafa Tishaibo, Ali Pastor Thomas, and Ura Pate, Pram Dante, and Director John Kuma. So for the Ameso needing at moment party meso modin. Penny then showing and Tiaraba was and more than Manusukura, Machano pay. Penny Adalto or Showman or Asari, Chief Asari, also Fraha, then Tedam. The church Amuna pay, I mean Kamunu Shisham. There was a four Nukreni and no maybe Koso. Our motorway no so. Our motorway no so. ɛyɛ ahadwen papa moto yɛnua no mo ka moto yi okada po yi ɛno nti na biribi na yesusu sɛ nka bi yɛ a mmara no si yɛbɛsesɛm what are we going to do amend the law to accommodate them bɛsesɛ mmara no na ka yɛagye atom yɛagye tom a na ka afei yɛayɛ nhyehyɛeɛ yɛbɛma wɔn nteteeɛ na ka afei so yɛasan ma wɔn ahyɛnsodeɛ sɛ ntaade a monhyɛ amofa nyɛ ɔkada yi ni nyade sɛsi a no ɛyɛ ahomete wona motorway paa na wanhwɛ yie ɔkadafoɔ yi motofoɔ yi yɛbɛkɔ akɔfa asɛm abɛhyɛw sɛ nkenka ɔkada ni kɔ na obi gyina ɛkwan no ɛfa mfa so w'ani kyerɛ tɛma na obi gyina ɛfa no ho a ɛde bɛnkran na wato nsa sɛ ɔkada obetwa kwan no mmienu nyinaa mu ntɛntɛm ansɛ ebi siɛ cars bɛyɛ mmiɛnsa sɛ nan ɛbobɔ mu saa nyame ɛne di afofi sɛ anyɛ ɔhaw kɛseɛ enti motofoɔ no ɛna sisi a so hwɛ motorway na asɛ settlement no nkyɛnkyɛn mu nyinaa no asɛ ɛkɔ so esi a kiosk yɛ yom firi ha na nipa ne nam no kɔnyɛ baabi a na ɔde akɔsi na ɔfrɛ ne namfo no ha no mo de mommra ha saa enti ama ɛyɛ no obetumi ayɛ nanso asɔden no ɛyɛ ɛdɔɔso paa na adwuma wɔ nyinaa no yɛtumi enyan ma ama yɛtumi nyɛ ma polisifoɔ nko a ɛnyɛ yie agyesie nyinaa no esom bi edi sɛ mmara no ebɛhwɛ mmara no anim bio na yɛyɛ ho biribi a ɛsan sɛ asɛ ɔmase tuo no ɛden sɛ ebetu ɔmase koraa no asɛ ɛden ɛkyɛ bɛ ne nkyɛ wɔn court bɛ ne mfa ɔmo nkɔyɛ ɛna ɔkɔ police station bebree a ne nyinaa moto bebree sisi hɔ nom nso ɔyɛ kyi wɔn ɛgye moto no ɛde si hɔ no na tɔa na ɔmo to kum sɛ ne boɔ no ɛnya hi bia China deɛ sɛ ɛnya hi bia esi bɛkɔ so asɛm mpanyinfoɔ sɛ wɔn hwɛ saa mmara no hwɛ sɛ de ne ebitumi ayɛ wɔn na yie na nka yɛnyɛ nteteɛ bi na afei so mmara ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna obehu mbɔfra nketenkete koraa ne tete moto so mmara no ɛmma kwan ohwɛ airline na ɛkrata ɛlɔ 2180 ɛkrata fa ɛtɔ so edu nson no person disqualified from driving from holding a license emu baako ɛne mbɔfra wɔn ne mfirihyia dumɔtwe yɛsɛ wɔn ne mfirihyia dumɔtwe a wonyɛ license ɛna wɔde akeka moto dabi saa na mbra ne kyɛ ɛla 2180 ne krata fa ɛtɔ so edu nson ɛhɔ ɛna saa asɛm yi wɔ wonyɛ mfirihyia dumɔtwe de kora yɛ ma license na wɔde aka moto wonyɛ mfirihyia aduonu nan de kɔ a yɛ ma license na wɔde aka commercial car wonyɛ mfirihyia aduonu num de kɔ a yɛ ma license na wɔde aka tractor ne caterpillar ne nea keka ho ɔho saa na mmara no ɔmo akyerɛ mu na sɛ ɛyɛ adwuma sɛ ɛnyɛ adwuma deɛ ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ san sɛ ɔmo a ɛka hu sɛ ɔmo tete moto so no kure ni wo obi wo sɛ ne mfe enyini koraa nso ɔde tu moto ebusuafo ade a si yɛ nyinaa di tom ne bɔ mmɔden si yɛbɛtumi abɔ ho ban ne akwanhyia ɛsan sɛ mpɛmpi no yɛte na fidie so sɛ akwanhyia si a ɛho asɛm no ɛden papaapa ɛden ɛti bɛsɛ mamo mmiɛgyagya ɛho mmiɛmfa kukuduro bɔ ne bi sɛ o ɛdɛ mebue akukuduro mede mesoro wie dabi nipa kakraa bi na watɔ ba ha kakraa bi na wadi amia kakraa bi na wode ɔhaw abɛto ebusuafoɔ no bi so ɛnti wɔn yɛnhwɛ yɛnsi wɔn ho ban yɛsi ho ban am kii sɛ bitumi aboa mi aboa yi nyinara ɛkwan bi ɛsɛ kwan so tumi dwuma yɛn mɛsrɛ pii ebusuafoɔ no tiefoɔ ɛnɛ yi ɛyɛ ɔgyefoɔ no bosom no da a ɛtɔ so mmienu anaa mmiɛnsa no nnɛ ɛne baabi a yɛkɔ ne dwumadie bi yɛkɔdeɛ no yɛdwuma pa no ɛna ɔborɔfo nyame agya hwɛ na ɔhyira so na ɛnsi yɛn yie
As you can pay better say for your road safety tidbit or the abre media news. Some made a better so now the headlines of the newspapers. You know, abre a telephone for. And welcome back. 7 minutes to the top of the hour, 6 happy morning show. And the more kwaba edi abaso some made fati Shaibu Ali Elmenchen Sasuna Remo Yamada Elmenchen. The headlines of the newspapers. No abre adofo anope. Ray, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
If you have a code here. When your notifications on your delivery, no?
Debbie.
Okay, all right. Me check it. I should say the reason why you haven't.
This is actually very laughable.
Which one?
Then I said delivery fee arranged between how much and how much.
Oh, delivery fee there within Accra, between 20 and 25.
Until we 20, if you 24 anymore. Anyone who believes that who Toby Biaman or no.
Oh, I said secure go account in a dorsal.
Please.
A dorsal over 70,000. Over 70,000, my brother. So if I'm giving you, I mean, how do you call it? British English breakfast. I mean, how much would it cost? Less than 100 cedis. Now no and now hotel be nebia. One more eddy and a breakfast in the bro. Now here sausage you try and kitty be in Sia. No much you could share back where the actor. Normally babies or massa trim you. Eddie go home. No one would ketchup a crash on home. Not tea, no one would I strips in the back. Millionaire at the atom, the atom. Oh, catch up, Miss. Can you bring it to the room? One must say 20 Ghana, 30 Ghana. See, remember down below.
I know if I now call it.
Oh, your program, you. I think so. That was in Cape Coast.
What's your guest house behavior?
Someone where me?
Okay, guest house.
Oh, it wasn't a guest house. But it was okay.
Okay, 1, 2 or 5 star hotel.
5-star for me, can say.
5-star, 4-star, no. Madam, for what that grandmother know, who did you know?
So,
oh, any restaurant,
look. Let me cancel the order because you can't just be here me talking anyhow.
No,
wait. Yeah. Lightning off. Yeah, Charlie, Munja delivery, no. Munja delivery. Apano, you serious? Munja delivery.
Maminchia senior.
I mean, cancel. I don't know. Me to English breakfast. I'm out here. No, me catch them. Me call a.
I go here in the restaurant. I go here in the hotel.
Now, koto Sadia. Kasi na ishim tenu kwampa. Na Ghana. No, I be to try. So.
Sorry, I'm not paying.
But you know, until some started business now, then I got to appreciate what goes into preparing a meal, and why when you go to eat at a good restaurant, and they serve you a small portion of say sauce. No more catch say 70 Ghana, 80 Ghana, 100 Ghana cedis. When you are paying it, you shouldn't cry, because the creativity that goes into what is happening, what you are eating, the process, the we don't count that.
Brother, obi cross a muchi ajina on beans, and so who could have 3 cities, I own your beans in a cocod. Cut your coat according to your size. Me sure like that beans by now where you 4 cities, maybe 20 cities, no so aji beans. Or my best and cry the good pack.
We have open beans and answer.
Now baked beans, ni beans I had no difference but no.
No,
I'm when you pay.
Anyway, mommy uncle and sana Ajia for last a you.
Sir.
Sure. But John was some more to one more started time be a more pay problem, Miss Emo. But this time TV no watch it. See mommy and started.
And most mammy, now I'm a coil no who senior.
Who senior?
No.
Hey, tell us your English breakfast.
It's your what do you show?
There be senior say you cannot bantam. into one prepare and sign or share me. Into no, yes, some fan message in a bra.
Mule bill no.
Into no, you relay bill no. Senior and pay a chow. Na and send a arrangement no. And then no, expect to say as usual no. Obama adia no. It's senior no pay a chow. And pay a chow. On a virtual run, fastest man in Ghana. And pay a chow.
Now or may I be you know. When you mean I be
senior there.
It's been Bomanana.
The member man. Or no one be there the number.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's by the time about 7 there.
That the time what you better now. Only was going to be young.
Oh, David. Oh, sir. Senior ni bibia.
Say no there. No bachelor. I been fancy simple. Daily Graphic Fati SEN kind and for man for one more say. You tag unfair, that's according to government. But the person will get details about you tag any you tag unfair. Government can say you tag for no. But more very unfair. 10-year study on corruption prevalence, unregulated party financing to blame. Our mother political parties, you know. One more ideologos, not to NPP, NDC, PPP, CPP, NDP, and PNC. Sorry. Asim North MP dragged to Supreme Court. But I thought say he's in court already, Anna.
Maybe on a different issue, Anna.
Okay, we'll find out.
You see, dynamics not the sound. You have to find a way to prevent him from holding himself as MP. Don't rat him.
But that's why he's in court. Is that why he's in court?
Don't rat him back.
But the initial case because
Sammy,
fraudulently, according to allegedly and or the member of parliament, the documents are some easy no.
Sammy, me say dynamics ne wo hosisi ano. Asim North MP no. Stopping him from entering parliament at 11 no yako.
I am interested in your explanation because I'm a bit lost. Other stories are pay any ECOWAS condemns attempted coup in Guinea-Bissau. Burkina Faso restores constitution, names coup leader president. In people will be restore constitution. Meet him as president. And no. All sanctions, embargoes, everything must be lifted. Other stories be any Denmark scraps COVID-19 restrictions and no honum and medical women launched 2022 cervical cancer campaign and honum women in mining sector should take up leadership roles and also honum UTAG unfair government nukes edges quick resolution of impasse and no honoma amount for ebitimi akenkan ebi and pay 18 levies choke food beverage firms. Daily Graphic story radio. NSS digitalization saves nation 112 million Ghana cedis. 5 high-yielding yam varieties released. And also I hope se puna eka home because puna de ayana fine. President Mons with Birim Central NPP. Minority demands certainty on e-levy bill in Parliament. And a ministry will demand results from MMDC is Dabotri and Ekasa. Dr. Dako urges schools to study constitution as Osuhom wins a year competition. We and stories are unpaid. Daily Graphic at their brain.
The new crusading guide, NSS digitalization saves Ghana 112 million cedis, 14,027 fraudsters found. Energy expert for president, Ashanti Youth for Good Governance endorse Kojo in Safwa Poku for presidency. Minister receives report of Apiate investigative committee. Saso and former GOC vice Evans Yeboah arrested on suspicion of visa fraud. Operation Clean Your Frontage will help sustain project. Waste management companies assure. And no honum Denmark COVID restrictions lifted despite increase in cases. And no honum millions of children out of school in Mozambique why the Rwanda-Uganda border is yet to fully open. And so and why is avocado good for you? A question Obisa government pursuing 10-point industrial transformation agenda to boost productive capacity for domestic export markets. Herbert Krapa and Eka. TDC Free Zones Board to partner Pong Katamanso Assembly for development. Saso and NLA strikes 55 million cedi deal with KGL. We nina ewo the new Crusading Guide newspaper.
Ghanaian Times and say child labor on cocoa farms. 33,180 children in danger. CRI report. Operation Clean Your Frontage in full swing in Greater Accra region. Na Sami, who say Mr. Henry Cote Ejina Ho na security personnel a channel salute and opera. As I say salute to the president in Edemo, and salute to the type of salute to him. The commander in chief and Casano G salute to him.
Say a depending Raymond say or a regional minister.
No, Sami.
Regional minister until say now the salute you the president the minister.
Sami and I'm because this type of salute. Opinion Gina Hone channel. President Namita say channel.
Oh, there be. Sir, yeah, no. Obey to be trying to salute. As a regional minister, yes. As a regional minister, obey to be trying to yeah, obey to be trying to salute. As a regional minister.
Commander Chief Namin so money this type of salute.
It's an acknowledgement of the presence of a superior officer in the house. Yes. That's all. That's what a salute is.
Well, the because NSS falls 112 million Ghana cedi fraud. 14,027 potential fraudsters discovered through Metric app. A story about page 15 of the Ghanaian Times. Call of strike. Get back to negotiation table. Government to UTAG. And also a story about paper. Motion filed at Supreme Court to stop Asin North MP. Another story. UG investigates death of student. Nima Mamobi youth gang clashes. 8 granted bail. Otoaso paper number say minority request majority to ensure clarity, certainty on E-levy. And a story Burkina Faso restores constitution, names coup leader as president. Into Obehu picture of interim president Lieutenant Colonel Sandaogo Damiba, fine soldier. Woman the picture. Paper number.
How do you restore constitutional rule and still be?
No, sir. Sisiano. What for new president? It's a woman ruling. Interim.
Who put him there as an interim?
Interim.
Yeah.
The
solve the problems.
And Sani Atoba.
Yes. Lieutenant Colonel Damiba.
Into the Ben on Betu Aban.
On a
Safina. You are Jay Jantin. I feel able to do
Sami Dami, Mr. Daniba. Or Jinimu Dintin. Yeah. But don't say. An ECOWAS mission headed by Ghanaian Foreign Minister Shirley Ayokobuche arrived in Ouaga, where it was joined by UN Special Representative for West Africa, Sami. According to Mrs. Buche, they seemed very open to suggestions and proposals we made. Until say Lieutenant Colonel Otiemo.
Level-headed. Oh, some mobile Benjamin. And
mobile
friends who say
oh, of course. Yeah. It's a free hold ban no. Burkina Faso we are dead. AMA to expand markets to decongest sidewalks. MCE and others same way aba. Now WHO huge volumes of COVID-19 medical waste posing health hazard. And also a story at WHO Ediaba. Let's turn a new leaf. No more Ghana time. In 2022, a feature of paper now bet to me 1,468 received COVID-19 vaccine booster. Zongo communities asked to take advantage of initiatives. Right to Information Act is government evidence in corruption fight. Tia Yabua and also this assembly about majority unfazed in stiff opposition to E-levy bill. And also a story over to me speaker not mandated to engage in government business. Johnson Asiedun Kitia and all this assembly about now corporates in a Piatti explosion will face the full rigors of the law. Mr. Jinapo. Oto also I will paper num and appear story back or say I'll fight for the good conditions of service for journalists. David Agbenu and also Odessa call we are. It is offer Ghanaian Times and Opera. Papers are bet me a kind of evening.
Yan to us here the Finder newspaper. Stories are on be any. UTAC holds government hostage as law bans negotiations during illegal strike. Minister receives report of Apiate investigative committee. 3-month suspension of fuel levy cost government 174 million. That's according to NPA. Over 11,000 children engaged in hazardous child labor. CRI report be Ena Ekasa. And 14,027 potential NSS ghosts blocked from stealing 112 million. We any stories at the Finder at their brain. Papa Tuka say avocado adebi.
Almost say why it is good for you. So we read this story now. I bet you why avocado is good for you.
Last year, I said, you almost launched it. Is it 2 years ago? Some 1D1F project bureau Eastern Region Honma avocado was supposed to be the new gold.
I see.
For I think in the Eastern region. There was a factory. There was supposed to be a factory that was going to process oil out of avocado, and then that would have been it.
And I'll say it immediately.
I'll say it immediately. If it's got these health benefits here, come on, say me.
The Custodian, Operation Clean Your Frontage, Waste Management Companies pledge to sustain project. UTAG unfair taxes hold students to ransom. Government digitalization stops 14,024 ghosts at NSS, saves Ghana 112 million cedis. Apiati Probe Committee gives report to Land Minister. And also, Ewo Honum, Saso Ena Ubi paper anymore. Stories bia ube to me in ya akai essay. A good coach must be a good teacher. We are fighting corruption with systems, not rhetoric. Vice President Baumia Ena Eka. Saso Ena Baumia Lord's Anglican Church for contribution to Ghana's growth. NLA signs 55 million cedi deal with KGL. Saso Ena Tama installs 400 street lamps in Tamale. Ghana's net reserves hit $6.9 billion in 2021. We are the Custodian newspaper.
The Chronicle anopese fire on the mountain as minister grabs Apiate report. Criminal prosecution not ruled out. I know any big story about front page of the Chronicle. It is a mobile picture. Minister Edge report now. Something in our womb. Best start to say it's in digitization helps NSS save 112 million Ghana cedis. We will need e-levy badly. Loans are not sustainable. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, yes, our presidency e-levy no. We need it badly. Yeah. But I want to say e-levy Momo transactions no say no.
The last time I'm here, more transactions since last week.
Yeah, it's I mean, and so call be say that number pass here no. Na me misika nyina that number pass.
Yeah, oh yeah,
that's what people are saying.
Yeah, people are saying it.
Police seize cache of weapons, ammunition in Boku.
And it's interesting the banks are not talking because it will impact on their businesses heavily.
That's true.
A lot of people just sit in the offices. Oh, Charlie, boss, 5,000 from the bank account, but they're telling Momo so. I feel nobody chairman for obey. All those things will stop because Charlie, that 1.5 on 5,000, no be small money.
Japan is as well. Send out you 5,000 out to church.
No, so is here the benefits can be free in a budget.
A combat don't go for.
Be free in a budget.
Let's say senior phone up and now we can't do another. See a bed.
Everybody. So I'm up to 7.
Are you serious?
UTAG research allowance increased from $500 to $1,600. Police seize cache of weapons, ammunition in Boku. When you know air stories are Oko Chronicle Moano Pia Obetumi Akai.
The final paper on the pay the Daily Statesman newspaper. NSS saves Ghana 112 million. Digitalization exposes 14,027 fraudsters. And no university teachers hold government students hostage. E-levy is for revitalization of economy, says Che Mensa Bonsu. And Apiate explosion disaster report out into a stories up and pay Daily Statesman and final paper at the Abre.
But some Busa madam free or your columnist and also or your feature writer and also or your day every day piano. Also OPA paper moon.
Was that Kojopopo? Say maybe based upon the relationship with the editors, no. And it's no when you
man column no there be a no trouble way.
Okay, I'm a person booking them 101.
Baby, and I'm let's stay where we are. Please.
The Ghanaian publisher Abu Jinapot receives Apiate explosion report. GRA honors Ghana link for ICOMS, eliminating child labor in cocoa sector, enforce existing laws. CRI urges government. Tampuli set up education fund for students of Gushegu. How Mills' death came to me. Mahama opens up. And no story I wahanum. Don Krum Kwanta SHS absorbed for free SHS. Headmaster praises Harriet Chebatin Pond's effort. And no ewo honum. Saso ena Operation Clean Your Frontage. Circle traders clash with tax force. And no ewo honum. Saso ena other stories are over to me. Enya akan say NLA KGL signed 55 million CD deal. GRA honors Ghana link over ICOMS. Trade Minister underscores media's role in after implementation. Baumia hand over 150 vehicles to second cycle schools. We won't spare you. ONMAMCE tells sanitation lawbreakers. So, and we will ensure success of Operation Clean Your Frontage waste management companies. And we na air stories are offer the Ghanaian publisher
Republic Press and OPC McDonald's woes deepen as Ghana Airports Company Limited shuts down private jet terminal. So I mean we and a big story our front page of the Republic Press we who opinion back private jets no one the chi menim Nepal Gina Hano. So I mean why
opinion Magdan
Magdan in there.
Anna.
So I mean why
yeah.
Okay. Until Ubehu Magdan or your lunch now our pocket here jets no one the chi.
And I walk as will be home at Dan.
No, Mr.
Opinion. So opinion be
that later I can go home.
There be my name sir no. Sir my name sir no. Aha. Martin Amidu. My name sir no. Martin Edin sir my name sir no ni. Aha. Martin Amidu jumps into E-levy fight, accuses government of arrogance, impunity and abuse of power. Asibe Yeboah bests NPP bubble, says E-levy not the way. Akufo-Addo seeking to use judiciary to prevent Asin North MP from voting. Felix Kwachi Ofosu has I mean asem na me catch on say NDC for na started. Okay. To more than 1.7 million hypertensive cases recorded in 3 years. E-levy government takes second town hall meeting to Western region today. Na otaso el paper num anopia story back what I'll say. 32-year-old driver jailed 3 years for fraud, and a court finds driver's mate 1,200 cedis for illegal logging. Somewhere near there. Illegal logging. No.
Okocha Bibiana.
Mate.
A logging.
Okay. As a forest reserve. Yeah, okay. And we in the stories and pay Republic Press. Yeah, but my final paper informer. Former mayor on race for NDC 2024 flag bearer. Mahama soiled, says former president's name synonymous with corruption and women affairs. We a big puncher, Kojo Bonsu, Atuabo Mahama, in the race for flag.
Is there a race?
Oh, that's a race. No?
Is there a race in the first place?
Former mayor on race
What?
for NDC 2024 flag bearer. Mahama Salt says former president's name synonymous with corruption and women affairs. I know the big story. Andy can come informer and pay.
This is this.
Odiaba. Ade.
Oh.
But say women affairs and say to meet the people. Ebia
You know what he means.
Sam ebia my meeting now.
What do you mean by maybe I'm buying meeting or code?
Oh, like
at least can say the policies near the were towards women empowerment. Yeah, and buying meeting or COVID.
More moral support.
Oh my goodness! But it's
the policies in
this
about women empowerment.
This is supposed to be an internal party issue.
Yes.
Will be a woman. Ope person will be the president. So a party need to have a man have a flag there. This is how you're conducting your elections.
Well, Matt Sling
or campaign.
Matt Sling.
Seriously?
You are giving ammunition to your opponents to hold. Sammy, use pulpit to fight corruption. Bamia appeals to the church.
That's a story where this was last week. This was last week.
Andy can
I think informer who said story we say by last week. I think no, but they came on Monday.
It's Monday.
If I came on Monday, but today is Wednesday.
Recap of the headlines. I know you know.
Yeah, to us.
55 million Ghana cedi agreement. NLA admonishes KGL. Charges it to justify confidence reposed in it. Zoom Lion, others pledge support. We will ensure successful operation. Clean your frontage. Brawl in Parliament over e-levy. Asiedu Nketia OK's violence as means of defending constitution. And Stop Press. John Evans Atamil's Memorial Heritage stolen. Stay tuned. And also a story. Opinion Andy can come there, but
for me, I think say rather no. I'm Benita that John Evans Atamil's Dean no more say no.
Yeah.
The legacy no more say no.
The time.
The legacy no more say no.
It's true.
People from the same political party. Some person more honor the legacy of the manor. There is Atamil's Institute. Now there is Atamil's Heritage. I mean, why can't they just come together and just do something as people from the same political party or from the same stock?
As I say, Andy can come. Headline or the ban or pay so to me church.
No, and it's not church because we all know the story. This story started last week.
Oh,
yeah, is this story? Do you need an explanation for this story? This happened last week.
Kojo Bonsu versus John Mahama.
Is condemnable if you ask me. Kojo Bonsu or I mean, why should Kojo Bonsu go and make such a statement?
Says former president's name synonymous with corruption and women affairs.
You can't one more NDC echo contester. When we didn't be feature, one more ever possibility say one more a bit me wrestle power from the NDC's John Dramani Mahama.
Kojo Bonsu come.
Oh, Masa.
Oh, Sammy.
Masa.
Kojo Bonsu. Former mayor.
Oh, Masa Mama Nyine.
Oh, Sammy. Former mayor.
Mr. Do for Kwen
former mayor.
Oh, what are we saying?
But Sammy, in some not there to Jano. Just remove kakra or ho, and the can come and saw the bread.
Me pay a with Andy and Paris. Yeah, come here.
So no, what true story?
Yeah, face you home. You share other stories from your website www.happyghana.com. GACL suspends operations of McDonald's private jet services terminal. Video. Circle traders clash with task force over Operation Clean Your Frontage. Heavy gunfire near Guinea-Bissau's presidential palace. Whereabouts of president not clear. Prosecutor Makwata for causing financial loss to the states. And and I agree. E-levy will fight for the interest of Ghanaians. NDC Owusu Banahene. Digitalization of NSS operations reviews 14,027 fraudsters. And religion is an insult to the creator. Avram Ben Moshe. NLA signs 55 million Ghana cedis deal with KGL. And as St. John's Hospital creates awareness on World Leprosy Day. We and the stories are at what your website and pay.
citynewsroom.com and open stories ha be any e-levy regressive national dialogue needed on Ghana's return to IMF. Professor Bokpin and Odisa Muyaba. IMF is antidote to Ghana's economic challenges, not e-levy, at forcing. E-levy a homegrown solution we should support. Deputy Finance Minister and Odisa Muyaba. Magdan suspends private jet operations, asks for guidance and further talks. Magdan Ankasa suspended and yes, you unsuspended.
Well, from all the accounts, I mean, kind of he was ordered to stop.
Okay. Mebra or no Sonia Angela or asking for guidance and further talks. Asking for guidance.
Okay.
E-levy, not the solution to revenue shortfall. Go to IMF, SIB Eboa, and what to be ama NPP and pay our citynewsroom.com. Oto aso our website no so. I say we'll find needed resources to develop Ghana. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Minority MPs file motion for probe into death of woman in ambulance. Family of taxi driver who died in police cells demand justice. Nooks appeals to NLC to withdraw suit against UTAG. ECOWAS condemns attempted coup in Guinea-Bissau. Magdan Aviation suspended from using Terminal 1 for private jet services. We are fighting corruption with systems, not rhetorics. I know any Asema President, Vice President Bamia Diaba, and 73% of Ghanaians against e-levy. We a survey bia sami mpenyufo akukudam mwatenase omaya chese omose e-levy ni die Ghana for baku 73%. Omose oh sami ade omose omoya against e-levy. Na sami say no shame na say me sound true. I just don't know.
Percentage a work on Ghana for baku 73%.
Samuel say, according to the survey, 56.35% of NPP there's all the far they are saying no foul. Some of them to us.
Because what means stop it, what means that is all kind of stop it at once.
Or say, a survey put Ghanaians along partisan lines, soliciting responses from NPP supporters and NDC supporters. According to the survey, 56.35% of NPP supporters sampled are against the policy, whilst 86.64% of self-NDC supporters are against the levy. Into maybe I know, but say because of political survey, no. As a over partisan lines, they are shut down.
You.
Google News: dark cloud hovering over the University of Education, Winneba, celebrating Black History Month from Ghana to Canada. Story Wahanum. Woman gives birth to baby over Atlantic during flight from Ghana to US. And also Wahanum. Ghana fuel price. Why fuel prices are increasing again for the second time? And also a story opeso who ubetimi apebi akanwe inya ewo Google News anope.
Is here that says 7.7
7.2.
7.2.
Benya 7.15 so. Charlie. Yeah. So price stabilization level in the year for sure. It's kind of go up kakara.
Wow.
Oh yes, by the projections are here, no. By the time I hear the band, you better feel no 10 Ghana cities or more. The projections are here, no. By the end of the year, or by by October next year, I to me draw because dynamics be here, who know. I be hard drink kakra.
Yo, yati. Well, anyway, we should start the Okada conversation seriously.
Okada
was more expensive when
Okada
it was rifle.
No, I'm saying that if say yes, how Okada you may
how?
No regularizing the
It was more expensive. And if in terms of affordability near there, it was more expensive. So personal transport they are fine. But personal transport no Obi an stop we say o personal won't mean you so much.
Me patch say me bone kosuro a. Yen fa esika nkosho okada ni mu.
So that
tomatoes. Because you see, I will be the best.
People can't afford it.
Fastest.
Moto ni boy din.
I said, I started business. I had the normal 10, I bet you 7.
Some yes, you be no or your breakfast. Let's supply. We jai. No so cost of production on to me. Baby, I no supply no so. Beans no cocoa ho. Obi ton wache ho. Obi so ton dokono ho. Enti me ba beji breakfast 10 cedis anopa. Meet me at dokono ne 5 cedis a. Me ntua delivery fee kra. Sami
asema e wo say Sami as nkofo prices of bibia cost of fuel affect almost every sector you journey people no disposable income na china people china it's Sami
the value of your income
the truth of the matter is Sami the truth of the matter is people are struggling. That is the truth.
It's true.
Times are hard.
It's true.
And my government behind COB, we are in your politics. I mean, this is a reality. I mean, it's hard.
It's true. Well, Yemfa ISCN stories are embryo for Putin. West has ignored Russia's key concerns. Russian president didn't offer any solutions to Ukraine crisis sparked by Russia's massive troop buildup. And Russia says there was a mix-up in its response to U.S. on Ukraine. And also, Democratic senators stroke exposes fragility of 50-50 Senate majority. And the massive miscalculation Republicans made on the January 6th committee. And also, for a bit me, nearly 200 human spines found threaded onto posts in Peru. And also for a bit can be FBI to Olympians use burner phones in Beijing. And also for a bit can be 2 officers shot and killed at college, and a university suspends all fraternity and sorority social activities following second sexual assault report. And also for a bit can be a plane battling winds at Heathrow nearly topples over. And also for a bit me I can be into way stories are if we see a bit me for
BBC.com anope na oko BBC.com anope Russia president ni bufu ye pa o say US AJJ Russia. Or US trying to draw Russia into war. Putin says Ukrainian civilians prepare as war threatens. Many dead after coup attempt in Guinea-Bissau. Whoopi Goldberg suspended over Holocaust remarks. US unveils new policy for transgender swimmers. What next for Wordy and its fans? A feature Tonga goes into lockdown over 2 COVID cases. World record lightning bolt lit up 3 US states. Now, some 2 COVID cases now call lockdown. So 2 pay. Babies die from cold in storm-hit Syria camps, and are celebrating 100 years of a literary peace. The myth of a supercharged immune system. Then a stories are Oko BBC and Opea Obetumi Akai. But I mean, time na Ghana recorded the first 2 cases. No, a press conference kakraka media ni na be PMO. A announcement. No.
So na I was say a man phone say e be abantino be antwe ne ho yi.
Yeah.
Reuters News. Guinea-Bissau president failed coup attempt may have been linked to drug trade. Guinea-Bissau president survives West Africa's latest coup attempt. Ethiopian Airlines flies 737 MAX with passengers for first time since deadly crash. Recent coups in West and Central Africa. U.S. engaged in robust talks with Kenya, more to say in coming weeks. Zambia aims for IMF debt deal in May. Finance Minister Ena Eka South African scientists will study link between COVID variant and untreated HIV. African Union suspends Burkina Faso after military coup. And EU to blacklist 5 members of Mali's junta, diplomats say.
Yet also na the weather update and ebre oman for anope which media news so afina do feeding at one say ma kwaba eba happy morning show so live on ETV live on Happy 98.9 FM Nisim 95.9 or thoughts or views be our personal express here onia obetimi e the ascending WhatsApp line 020222206 Nadia Bray. In fact, weather update embre amamfo anope which media news. Winds from the ocean into southern Ghana will improve the humidity, but the weather will remain hazy. Few clouds will be observed later in the day. The transition and northern sectors will remain dry and hazy during the period. Now, Osha areas be to say Accra, Kaswa, Cape Coast, Takrade, Axim. All these areas will experience a misty morning with temperature around 24 degrees Celsius. Area it will be hazy with some sunshine as well. In the afternoon, temperature will rise to around 34 degrees Celsius. And you may few clouds would gather with temperature being around 28 degrees Celsius. So here the northern belt, Yendi, Tamale, Bole, Damango, Bogatanga, Nalerigu, anywhere it be dry and hazy, and temperature will be around 20 degrees Celsius. It would remain dry and hazy, but some high heat moments would be experienced as well, with temperature around 37 degrees Celsius. And you may be dry and hazy, temperature will be around 32 degrees Celsius. Into a any weather update, you bet me at the Abre Oman for and pay a watch mediano. So.
If you want to know, you better call Ghana Health Service for a website. Na yakwa COVID-19 update no abre 84 any ashefo so say ano active cases are 1876, new cases 115, total cases are recorded enyina 156,920, and a death no 1,395. Recoveries and discharge 153,649. So if you want to know worldwide total figures are recorded 381 million plus 2.7 million. Deaths 5.69 million plus 9,762.
Well, yet also the name of one for Kwaba about Jimmy so and a pay happy morning show. And wasu egusua wuti ewo Happy 98.9 FM live ewo ETV live ewo Facebook, Twitter and Instagram live ewo Nisim 95.9 and 100.1 Tiene momo Savalugu and momo wa Walwale Tamale Bogatanga and all the other areas from Chok me send them comments, me send them views no at the Abre live ultimate so my catch said 2022 dear minia more text messages be more send the Abre biano will take time and go through all the text messages are more the Abre ultimate so Kelvin Kirani I say tell the government to do what is right, stop disturbing us my man or sounds to say ACP Victor Tando good morning. Kevin also Odia de Ebreni Akukeri Teru Jr. I see watching you live from Akukeri. Hi to Honorable Michael Donko DCE Amansia Central. Also Odia Eni Shama Ba Benya. I see watching you live from Awoshi. Good morning, crew. Please, Kenneth Furata and the E-Levy. They have gotten my red card. Abbas Gid and Go. Abbas and so SND Nidia through was it good morning to the team. Abbas, thank you very much for joining us with also commenter Odi Abre and Opay Ewojimedi no Eswo. Jonathan Rex Mensa, I say God is King Mobile. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, no. Oye Ulun and Wasem. Sapon Prince, I say good morning, Sammy. We thank God for another day. Piaga, and now the by a blessed son. and so Ednede Abba on so say good morning, wishing us peace in our nation Ghana. And to a few comments about through Facebook. Also, one share the episode for Facebook. I quickly do so. I'll take the time to read them to our viewers and our listeners live on the show. But catch all the action and thrills of the AFCON tournament, Philly, and 5 times clearer and more detailed picture quality on HD Plus. What's more, you can pause, reverse, and record live matches or watch TV on the go via my HD Plus app downloaded on your phone or tablet with free data. This season, enjoy up to a 40% discount on the purchase of HD Plus decoders with 3 bundle options. Pay 130 Ghana cedis and get an HD Plus decoder with 2 months free subscription. Pay 150 Ghana cedis and get an HD Plus decoder with 5 months free subscription, or pay 250 Ghana cedis and get an HD Plus decoder with a whopping 14 months free subscription. Purchase an HD Plus decoder from the nearest Electroland outlet or multi-TV dealer outlet nationwide now. With me at 0242439872 or visit www.hd-plus.com.gh for more details. HD Plus, the Philly experience. Inti minia se ohwe TV na se ai se eni no enchi ye na nye gama ko ne kope HD Plus no na unsu USB. Ray. Yeah. Mabam jana play.
Me de we no eba.
What did they never?
Me de trying to know to us.
Okay,
yes.
That's fine.
Michael Otrebefi, Deputy Minister of Trade and Industries, na Otro a post on the e-levy on the Facebook page. Na Otro and say e-levy the game changer for Ghana's infrastructural development. Na se I say na social media for no omotiwa omase omano ato data omo train amobi de ne ho aba nti wo de ho ba pe na kire se de ekoso wo mabra bo mu nyina no omo de begu so nti okotro say e-levy the game changer of Ghana's infrastructure development # let's support the e-levy. My producer say I should hold on with we no na menkoka asem emfa Kuku Anido who are also now all trendy social media. We founder and president of the Atamils Institute. Na wetutu bia ma omo organize Atamils Memorial Heritage, na ose omo area Nekalis. Nti Otroye ewo Twitter say thieves, they are so incompetent. They stole the green and white of the Atamils Institute and are now running away to use blue because they have been badly exposed. They don't know what colors to use. Comment in Ibia Abano essay Eddie say, bring out the meaning of your so-called Atamils Institute logo and compare it to the JEA-MMH logo. Green is a universal color anyone can choose. Tell them to give you the color code for their green and compare to yours. If it's the same, then you have a point. Kofi Mauli say, Agbelimo.
Agbelimo.
Agbelimo Koku. Does a green of memorial heritage look like that of your cemetery institute? Are you blind? Tell your cemetery logo designer to check for the color codes and be educated. Imofia president said the man has been feeding off the Atamils brand all this while. Now he feels threatened the chop might cease bleeding. Nana Kwame said bleeding profusely is allowed. You can rant all you want, you can back all you want, but what remains true is that you have been through the stroke of a pen, banished from the NDC party. Let that sink in. Adasisi, Efokoku, please look at your logo and compare it with the memorial heritages. They aren't the same, and the colors aren't even the same. Even if they are, you have no authority over the colors. Your logo isn't, however, beautiful as the new one. And Jones Bwedu essay, my boss, please calm down. Why? You have your boss. You know your boss was Asomdwehine So let peace prevail to give the man a peaceful rest. I am very sure he is unhappy with some of this behavior of yours. Na Ghana Airport Company Limited, any McDonald, so and when some I do home come on every Monday, no, and also na air trend they social media. Na management of the airport, you know, and inyan in TSA or must shut down private jet lounge terminal na ye be you know na omo shutting it down na eno na comment ni bia eba no say systems must work. I'm sure if it was a foreign country that issued this, we will say they follow systems, right? If he has frowned on a process, he must correct that. We love him, we want him to succeed, and I want to be a Dangote of Ghana, but he must come through right. Herbert say Ebo Boba infighting Magdan versus Paul Adom. Magdan has enough capacity to knock Paul out of his misery. And no Ewo Honum. Kweku Hasford say people will not read, but will claim someone is sabotaging someone. Ghana, the authorities cannot do the right thing without citizens chastising them unnecessarily. What is wrong with us? Adam Fupa say there is nothing like second chance in aviation. Magdan must do the needful since everybody is calling for workable system. Sanusi says, sad, we know nothing but only good at using needless protocols to sabotage our very own people who try to make it their own way. And Azita say, intelligence will tell you it's a round table planned game so that Ghanaians will say, oh, look, he's an MPP member, but look at what they are doing to him. It's a game. And I'll say, this is just a PR stance to make it seem GACL is in charge. Very soon, GACL will come out and say an all clear has been given for them to continue operations. Answer na mede Violence Nation for E11 hunsem nebeba no producer Embo Bibi Kakra Emame.
I don't want peace. I want problems always. I don't want peace. I want problems always. I don't want peace. I want problems always.
When can say Obia on the can say 11 no and then a wire no no person say baby Ojina no any and you know Deputy Minister of Trade and Okotroy about 11 Ghana for a two-way no comment no first one bullets or say are you not ashamed and no Okotroy or minister no Deputy Minister no post in say
Minister no say
or say E-Levy the game changer for Ghana's infrastructural development hashtag let's support the E-Levy.
Minister
Minister Deputy Minister Michael Ochre Befi, Deputy Minister of Trade and Industries. And Okotro Sade no. Until Ochre na first comment ever means I say, are you not ashamed? Then no crown no the boy fuama ashamed no crown fa e na nkan will say, are you not ashamed? And Ochre and akwesi asa say oil, timber, gold, diamond, bauxite, VAT, over 220 billion cedis within 5 years. And this government couldn't be the game changer for Ghana's infrastructure development. But a projected revenue of 6.9 billion from E-Levy, which you won't get if passed, is a game changer. Questioner Obisa. Isa Mohammed, see, you guys should be serious. We don't want E-Levy. You people think who wrote an exam to be a member of parliament, right? Let's wait and see. I think so. Person say you people think we write exams to be members of parliament now. And like Mike say, lazy approach. If you think this is the only way to solve Ghana's problem, let's see. David Obin say hot water in a pot doesn't drown people. It is cold water in the river that does. But people fear hot water instead of cold water. Obunebe. Lookman say, it is not your fault. Since you have an appointment and everything is catered for. Have you asked yourself the negative effects of E-Levy on e-commerce? Obisano. Bismarck say, please, Honorable, is it that our dear party is teasing Ghanaians or what? What you and our leaders are doing will send us to opposition, okay? Please, let's educate Ghanaians well on this and think people will understand it well. It's going to help MPP as a party too, please. Ena omu ekaye enti no same. Ompe violence enkoka e-levy asem. Except say bia my education. Say e-levy na ye say but men kona enkoka se muntua o. And I say ne beboa Ghana. Enye sa omu di be hia.
Mbeka asem bi. Now, I want you to ask me a question. You can be a question. Basically, say, what will you do? What will you do? You, young video no, and twice enough if I in income.
It can never happen. Otherwise, we are going to turn the whole country upside down, one by one.
Well, how will you do it?
Well, we will die and they will bury us. It can never happen. Otherwise, we are going to turn the whole country upside down, one by one.
Well, how will you do it?
Well, we will die and they will bury us.
I'm telling you, we'll turn the country upside down.
How are you going to do it?
Well, we'll die and they will come and bury us.
No. What? Sorry.
One by one, not the count.
One by one.
We'll turn the country upside down one by one.
I said one by one.
One by one.
But Sammy.
But okay, Edana Magdan here in the launch view, you know. Okay, papers in the front page.
Yes.
Obia fire.
Yes.
Obia. I think about 2 or 3 people now.
Yes.
Papers number is on man to say.
Sammy.
Magdan, you're shutting it down now.
I already told you that Magdan is a business. Into no ABA as part of Mankasa PR drive, you know, they paid for coverage.
Okay.
And they say I won't bet you for coverage. I ain't she in our business.
But these people are telling us that women are interested in happening at the airport.
Ah well, Nasami, would you cut the finger that feeds you?
Sammy finger bien feeding me. Sammy,
me more fingers are feeding me.
Okay.
More fingers are feeding me.
Okay.
You say how fingers? Look, senior is my backbone.
Thank you. That one is correct.
Senior is my backbone.
It's correct.
Yes. Too fast is my backbone.
Yes.
And these are formidable forces. When they join their forces, when your powers combine,
you have backbones.
I am comfortable.
Sammy, me say, Magdan is himself no.
Yeah.
Mr. Kwakwa. You see, Mr. Kwakwa has finally shown us I was here to make her. Yeah, Sammy and brought from your say he's finally Unyasi.
Brought from your can say he's finally what? Unyasi.
Sammy, I no pay. Now the person will call Supreme Court and Sunny Abba Magda. And say call Supreme Court in sense because dynamics be why I say me church woman Ghanaians and Sana the BCC. And open for Ghanaian Times are almost say motion filed at Supreme Court to stop Asin North MP. Now offer Republic Press or say Akufo-Addo seeking to use judiciary to prevent Asin North MP from voting. Felix Kwachu for not this same way. Now, some my uncle said no. A motion has been filed at the Supreme Court to stop the Member of Parliament for Asin North, James Jeche Kwesi, from holding himself as MP. Mr. Kwesi was sued by a constituent in 2021 for allegedly refusing to renounce his citizenship at the time he filed nomination to contest the 2020 parliamentary elections. The motion on notice filed by Mr. Frank Davis is seeking a 7-member panel of the Supreme Court to interpret Article 94(2)(a) of the 1992 Constitution. Consequently, the court has directed the applicant to make a personal service on the MP in the absence of the Speaker of Parliament, Mr. Alban Kingsford Sumana Bagbin. The court was presided over by Justice Jones Doche, Justice Yoni Kulendi, Justice Gertrude Tokono, Justice Henrietta Mensah Bonsu, Justice Nene Amegache, Justice Agnes Doji, and Justice Avil Lovelace Johnson as members. Now, Sami, Semno, the Tintini Nititi and say, Obeka say in July 2021, no, Cape Coast High Court declared say Asin North constituency elections no null and void into Electoral Commission and taking steps say obey ye by election and says an friend by election say be ya on befa new MP because at the time na MP no oko file so be contesting no na on renouncing the citizenship. Now MP no so when ya intiasie and so he decided to go to the appeals court. Now appeals court no the council Justin Terawaja of Kapondi and Associates almost the case no ekoto case court name and they contended say the nullification by the high court no na and follow a said to me faso the judge erred in law, and what they said the judge acted out of jurisdiction by not referring the interpretation of Article 94(2)(a) of the 1992 Constitution no, to the Supreme Court, having regard to the different interpretations of the parties in the matter. It is, I mean, the bone of contention no, was Article 94(2). What ruling opinion no, no, and in the wisdom of justice no, and lawyer no, or say now anka say interpretation no onko just interpretation no because of cases case now mo dey to court name no and they held say it was their belief say appellant no ana omankasa no Mr. Jeche no sa particular 94(2) no nya dia obuso because he did not hold allegiance to any other country. Now so I mean ukoshiche article 94(2) of the 1992 Constitution eba under qualifications and eligibility na oba sa chapter 10 nankasa the legislature composition of parliament na eligibility no 2A no ekase a person 2 no say a person shall not be qualified to be a member of parliament if A owes allegiance to a country other than Ghana and B has been adjudged or otherwise declared bankrupt in Yamasamene but 2A no owes allegiance to a country other than Ghana. Now, Mr. Jeche argues he did not owe allegiance to any other country other than Ghana. A judge may say, per paperwork, no, and you know, and appeal no more, no, interpretation of Moshe from Sa article no, from the Supreme Court.
All right.
Sami, Sisiano, when Mr. Frank Davis mo call Supreme Court no. Omo catch a court and say asem na chedodo enti eniminim ya no say Supreme Court to me determine some matter no na asem de na asem ko if indeed the MP fell within 94(2)(a) and he didn't fall within sa criteria no then na asem ni na and then again no they wanted the Supreme Court no to injunct the member of parliament no from holding himself as member of parliament. It's an idea of a cocotina chamber. And only 2 cases are the Korean. Now, Sammy, as someone to me, a survey, Mr. Jeche, as someone to me 7 in the absence of the speaker. No, court now directly say as someone to me 7. Now, what is happening is that the NDC have picked on this particular matter. Our fellow scratchy for to say government is seeking to use the judiciary to stop the Asin North MP from voting. Now, dynamics are causing the analysis. I mean, based on this, the determination of the Supreme Court now, Supreme Court had to determine this matter on Article 94(2). It would mean that if they determine it, indeed, 94(2) no achina, then we would have to go back to enforce the ruling of July 28, 2021. EC has to start taking steps to organize a by-election. That means that Mr. Jeche cannot step his foot into parliament. What I say? And no basa and the NDC Beba 136. The urgency with which same way, it be the same way. On be seven, no, it the same way. Now conclusion about them. I know a better the way forward as far as Parliament numbers. No, any BBI no.
Does this action allow room for these political comments? Say he's been hounded. Does this action allow for the earlier comments, Kesel Atoforsen, and some others are also the AG Ediomoko Court? One more Ekase. This is all as a result of a e-levy. If it's all a matter of numbers game, say they just want the numbers of the NDC to be reduced so that they can have the majority in Parliament to do what they want to do. Does this in any way give room for that thought to gain any currency at all in the mind of any Ghanaian? For me, Raymond, I have always said, say, what is happening in Parliament, we could have avoided it. What is happening in Parliament, if Parliament wanted to pass the e-levy, Parliament could have easily passed the e-levy without we being where we are. It was just a matter of talking, a matter of negotiation, a matter of concessions being made. So then, how did we get here? And me, I will state it and state it because I've stated it here. We are here because of words. We are here because of actions. That's why we are here. That's all I'll say, Raymond. That is all I will say in the matter of the echoes for our Parliament.
But Sammy, you see,
that's all I'll say.
Sammy, you see, media maker was saying when say these are matters of law. What am I saying? So it doesn't matter what Obiabe to me dream and the interpretations people will seek to.
We have been in this country. Sorry. Okay. We have been in this country. Our cases are travel 4-5 years.
Yes.
We have been in this country. And then post-mortem report for the late JB Dankwedu. You say Yakofu will be competent here. The case is still in court.
Yeah.
What's the urgency in the matter of Mr. Kwesi?
Oh, Sammy, you see,
what's the agency?
The Parliament they consider as a House of Honorables.
Yes, but
and Constitution is who should be in Parliament.
Yes.
And if there's a perception, and if a court has ruled, say, as at time are easy, a year ni shisha time are easy year ni shisha on their blind side, no, somebody sneaked in. Not having really qualified to be an MP. So I mean, these are matters of law.
The case is in court. Is the case not in court?
No, the case has been ruled upon by the High Court.
No, the appeal.
Somebody is not satisfied. They are going to appeal.
Yes.
But again, me as a citizen, and I me as a citizen, and I me as a lawyer, I can go to the Supreme Court to go and seek interpretation to that bone of contention. I'm a appeal court. And we know that, I mean, the rules of justice grind slowly. But can we quicken that process? Yes. And how can we quicken it? Let's go to the Supreme Court and seek for interpretation of this matter to bring closer to this matter.
Does it give room?
It's a matter of law.
Does it give room for the allegations of a hound?
Oh, I mean, I don't think anybody is being hounded here. I don't think so. I think that if the MP indeed he did everything possible through the legal process, through the right processes to be where he is. So I mean, no amount of supposed hounding should put him under pressure. If
the MP has not said that he's under pressure.
No amount of intimidation as it's been perceived, or no amount of machinations from any side as it's been perceived.
If I reason logically with the numbers game or our Parliament, it will stand okay for anybody to reason say that assertion by who said that Felix Kwachu
yes
is indeed a master plan.
Oh, it is possible. You see, that's a possibility.
You see, if a case is in court, it's not as if say the court is not going through the processes. When we arrive at a conclusion, say, as soon as indeed the earlier ruling by say the EC must conduct a by-election in your constituency. It stands, If you make that move, it brings in the issue of forcing so all this is about e-levy. Our numbers must be reduced so they can have their way in parliament.
Oh, Sammy,
does it stand? Is the reasoning logical?
Sammy Shadio. You see, it wouldn't be a matter of reasoning, logical and illogical. It would be a matter of if the MP follow the right processes to become MP, and the court upholds, say indeed he followed the right processes. 137, 137. Nothing changes.
Was that being
if the
done?
MP, no, Samuel, if the MP didn't follow the right processes, now indeed court no ever can say yes, one follow the right processes. You cannot hold yourself as MP. 136, 137. It will not be the fault of the MPP. Say Assembly to be on that side.
No, but I'm saying that. And
it will be an advantage to them.
Is the court in the process of determining that?
No, the court. Yes.
Yes, the court is in. It's so why the haste?
You see, what we are saying here is that
the court is already in the process of determining that.
This is a constitutional matter.
I don't have a problem with the processes being engaged. I'm saying that that assertion say all this is about the e-levy and it's a numbers game, and that the master game plan is that one or two people must be missing from the minority side for us to have the majority. That action endorses that allegation. Say this is the master plan. Say the case is already being determined by a competent court of jurisdiction. One more extra case in to determine the matter.
Yes.
Why the haste? And why this time?
The haste because for a constitutional matter, where an article in the constitution is subject to the
so why didn't they go 2 weeks ago?
No, a bare bone of contention.
Why didn't they go 2 days ago? Because this is not an assembly. This matter is not a today matter. Why did they not go 2 weeks back? If indeed they felt, the AG felt to say, the AG is the one taking this action, right?
No, it's not the AG.
It's not the
Frank
AG.
Davis.
Who's taking
Lawyer Frank Davis.
Okay, fine. Why didn't they go 2 weeks ago? Why didn't they go 3 weeks ago? This is not a today matter. Mr. Question has been going to the parliament all this while. The whole of last year he's been going to parliament. Why not last month? Why not last 2 months? But why today?
Last month and yet today.
You see, what
I'm saying is that, look, what I'm saying is, I don't want to even think, say, what is happening. You see, I don't want to even assume. I don't want to go there at all and think, say, it is because of number advantage. It's now be a person who quick inside process. So I don't want to even go there. Me, I want to argue on the basis of law.
But on the basis of law, the case is in court, and the due process is being followed.
I want to look at it from the point where, you see, you are looking at the House of Parliament and who is supposed to be an MP as per the Constitution of Ghana. And you see, the Constitution is so sacrosanct to the extent, say,
look, my friend, put your hands down. Put your hands down, my friend.
To the extent that if there's a perception out there that a court has ruled, so somebody should not be there and the person is there. So, I mean, you see, it jeopardizes the work of the entire body. You understand what I'm saying? So I am looking at it from the point, say, we want to bring closer to this matter. And you see, it will be in the best interest of Mr. Jechi for this matter to be closed out early.
If a court has ruled that he's not supposed to be there and he's still there, who is supposed to ensure, say, the court?
No, he has gone to the appeals court.
Yes.
Okay. So the case is pending at the appeals court.
Now, if the case is pending, why are you still going?
No, you see, the bone of contention.
It doesn't bar him from going to parliament.
So
far as he has appealed.
Yes. The bone of contention here, at the appeals court, it's still yet to be determined. And we are saying that, look, when it comes to...
why don't you wait for the appeals court to determine?
No, when it comes to interpretation of the Constitution, Constitution say the Supreme Court say Obama interpretation. Based on interpretation we are getting here, it makes the work of the appeals court easy.
Have you seen an instance where the Supreme Court has given a ruling and then it's been overturned before? Exactly the case I'm making.
Yes.
It is not to say the judges or the courts don't err.
Yes.
They do err. So what gives us that you say the first court that ruled would not have erred. And that this is the corrective measure by the member of parliament.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. So Sammy, so this game.
Allow the due process to work.
Sammy, this Supreme Court that Frank Davis has gone to, it goes both ways. And now it could give closure to Mr. Jeje as far as what he's seeking. And again, it could go against him. Again, closure no Benyano. So if it goes against him, closure or if it goes in his favor, closure or so all we are saying is that let us expedite this action. I don't want to even look at it as a vote as him. I'm looking at it as the law must work
it that way because the case can even drag.
Yes.
What am I saying? No, people are asking for expedited action, but nobody is for sure. Nobody for sure knows whether it will take a week.
Would you blame Mr. Question for the case dragging?
Okay.
Would you blame him? No, you can't blame him.
Keep going.
Yes.
So how does the assertion that people want to cut down on somebody's numbers in Tiana?
I'm a swallow any court.
Court.
JB Dankwe do any court. There are several other cases that are in court.
Still in court.
Yes, they are still in court.
Yeah. So how does it cases?
No, the point is cases. Cases can travel.
Yes.
Exactly.
Regardless of time.
Exactly.
And so
that's what I'm saying. So if this case drags for like a year or 6 months, the e-levy will wait until in case
so are we also saying that the speaker will not come?
Not supposed to be there.
Are we saying that the speaker will not come?
No, nobody is saying.
Yeah, so if the speaker comes,
it's possible. Say, somebody wants to, And
I have not said so. I didn't say that. It is an allegation somebody has made, and I'm saying that does the action allow room for that thought to thrive in the mind of anybody?
Yes. Why?
It allows.
No, I disagree.
It allows.
That thought can come up, but I don't want to buy into it. But Sammy, what I'm saying is, Sammy, in this particular matter, you see, you cannot compare matters of constitution to criminal matters. Because when it comes to criminal matters, investigations are costly. And then I will say, pathology say reports, Sammy, all those things, go to court and prove beyond reasonable doubt that indeed Kofi killed Amma. Those are different matters when it comes to criminality. But when it comes to the constitution is in the bosom of the judges. And the Supreme Court judges have the power to be able to interpret what is in that good book. What am I saying? And constitutional matters, you're arguing here.
That same bosom.
You can
that same bosom at some point within their bosom gave a ruling. That ruling, that same bosom, changed it.
Sammy, I'm saying, of course.
Yes,
of course, it happens.
So if we had had the Supreme Court overturn a Supreme Court decision, can't it happen?
No, but you see, Sammy, and America say, see, what decision are you talking about? Was that decision linked to the interpretation?
No, you are talking about a decision by the Supreme Court. Now it's a constitutional matter.
This is a constitutional matter.
So if you are talking about a constitutional matter, and as the Supreme Court has given, their ruling determines the finality of the matter.
Yes.
Has it ever happened that a Supreme Court ruling has been overturned by itself before?
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
but not in the instance where a constitutional provision has been brought forward for interpretation.
No.
Me, Marshall Ghana Law Report. Almost all the Ghana Law Report, Marshall. I've never come across any case the Supreme Court has had to overturn an interpretation of to a constitutional provision. I've not come across
when the issue of the was the case of the was the expedited court at the time when His Excellency the President then was Minister for
the fast track court.
Yes. What happened?
Sammy, you see,
was it a criminal case? It wasn't a criminal case.
You see, what I'm saying
it was a matter of the Constitution
and the
application of the law.
No. You see, the fast track High Court. Sammy, it was overturned because fast track High Court was alien to the Constitution of Ghana. That was the basis on which that case was thrown out. It was alien to the Constitution. And we are saying that, you see, when it comes to interpretation of the Constitution, Sammy, the Supreme Court rarely is.
Miembra yeah the sports in the very na ya to so Mr. Mashame lawyer channel
before I be kono 7 o'clock abo
is the
Mamichia
what has more cause this 7 o'clock abo
Mamichia
do cha senior na so
Mamichia too fast and
and too fast about 7
Michia no
senior the standing corner
senior corner but it's too fast, I don't feel.
All right. Yanko, now, Your passport in Broma Panda pay. And you won't come back to me. You won't come back to the Happy Morning Show. It's not time for sports. Remember, Jamado, I graduate. Watch a kid about the phone, so but there will be nothing on your phone, you know. Okay.
Samuel. One of them said, "Who come military? Who come military training there? Oh,
Debut, Chechebu.
Okay. Omo behavior be ho.
If I say,
your friend Bondasi monkey.
If you sabi we kill him.
Sabi we kill him. Behavior we know. You can liken it to that monkey.
Who sent you?
You know the sabi we kill him.
Sabi monkey.
They put gun for there. Where monkey go take. They play with gun. We bah! He died for Bondazi.
Sammy.
So that be the sabi
behavior.
Oh, relax. Oh, relax. Sports there that cost ho.
Sammy no. Sammy no. You ko pie mu e Silver Star Tower. Na eho na Happy FM Lakeside Marina Park Family Fun Run no. Ya tumi epa hontuma. Na dwumedie no ebekọ so 7th March. Ehun sem nyina me de bebeti for ewo dwumedie wo so. Na other matter say koso Accra to folk omotumi asane Sule Muntari, former Black Stars player. Na okwama no ne so a nsem bebre na koso ewo NFL mo a Tom Brady abrantie no you consider no as the best quarterback in NFL history. Abrantie no sisi ade osi dwumedie no enya ade obetumi ato aso biom. He's retired from the NFL after 22 seasons. Ni nyina nsem a me de bebeti for ewo dwumedie no so ba mamenka mo say ewo dwumedie we so anope no me the Total Energies AFCON updates ebebre obia ne first semi-final of the 33rd edition of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Me de hunsem ebebre for ewo dwumedie no so. Happy 98.9 FM and our sugusu out media me the Happy Morning to sports update. And abramo na mamenka mo say 1xbet etime chia me di dwumedie we ebro 1xbet say ope odds akakraka ope betting company ulusu bet kra insurance ewo ho ombetime e dia boawo na otumi ekọ mo website so a obehu hundreds of prediction markets a obetumi choose from omo ene 1xbet ena make farmer no pay 1xbet say call mo website so 1xbet.com.gh 1xbet.com.gh o register Omema akonya say obenta promo code obenta ene betgh BETGH o enta sa promo code ne pe obema 200% bonus on your first deposit eno ne message 1xbet me from na 1xbet say if we are still hanging no ope bookies a omoma odds akakraka pa omo ene making it possible say unsa betumi aka sa odds no na 1xbet me kan show say bets for every taste undi 18 na memfa we ni enter on my website so ko cha bet betting addictive betting true and bet responsibly. Total Energies semen kan show say call any of our Total Service Centers na ubora or Total Service Center bia make sure say auto a minimum of 80 Ghana cedi worth of fuel with your truck ski card and with Total Energies card na automate to sa amount of fuel ni dia on my voucher o scratch voucher na achede bia wo ho bia no unsabeka e was service station ho instantly omodo achede be ma also no obetumi ato any 4 liter or 5 liter lubricant from any Total Service Center na otumi eto dia on making it possible say unsabeka voucher o scratch voucher no achede bia wo ho bia no omodo be ma instantly. Total Energy semen kan say and now you celebrate African football, the beauty of African football no omo pese yeso ye gieni na yem patronize your products na omo bo nso de da form say team into make sure say otumi abora any Total Service Center na wato high quality fuel, high quality lubricants at affordable prices. We any messenger Total Energy semen from bro you be sure jumedie na say you be sure from enra the launch of the 12th edition of the Lakeside Marina Park any Happy FM family fun run no na enra yekopie mu ewo Silver Star Tower no empenyefo akukudam ena obetena ase a omo pass adwumedie we hu ntoma na enra yekopie mu ho no na programs manager Emma Happy FM ye friend no Mr. Woodmante otumi ejinidwa jinidwa de December kumienu etudwa. I say Osha family fun run where you're putting it together send be families better me about together. Now as Happy FM ni die ye dwumeku a ye to me ye pese development of obia etumi ekoso na nipa no be develop religiously or be develop spiritually or be develop socially or be develop physically. Now physically nintina ye decide say you bet yeah the family fun run we ebe bretie for any ashe for say ne be ya almost so on bet me aba na o mo be journey na o mo exercise say ne be ya on be maintaining healthy lifestyle we any asema or the two dwa enra efa de ntia Happy FM ede ne ho eta sa adwumedie we echi yentie de Mr. Elwood Mante programs manager I'm Happy FM eka enra e wo launch na say.
And we are happy to be part of this year's fun run, knowing very well that this is an avenue for families to bond, not just for the health but bit of it, but also for families to bond, and that's very important to Happy FM. We are a development-focused organization, and we want to develop every person or the society when it comes to religious, spiritual, social, mental, and physical. And physical, this is one of the things we are doing. Dotted across the year is events that Happy FM does every year. And this family fun run is part of those. We want families to come together, to bond, and also to have a healthy lifestyle.
Mr. Elwood Mante, programs manager, Emma Happy 98.9 FM. Okasa we ya pe and CEO Emma Global Media Alliance, Mr. Ernest Boatin, opinion kesi pa ono so ordinary numsem etuja. O say Osha 12 years ni Global Media Alliance omode omo adom sa dwumedie we ti akoyie pa na this year event no na nke say to me course on the 6th of March, but every say 6th of March Sunday no 7th of March and I dey event no akoto say na be ya obi abetumi apie na wa be join here na o say adesronko pa e wo sa dwumedie we hu ene say proceeds yenya from dwumedie no yedema charity and Mercy Social Center and ebe making sure say yede sika ni nyina ye be from games we no e de be akoma mo we very dear to organizers of this event no omo heart say na be ya on bet to me a supporting worthy cause whilst we are also making sure say your body no very fit into we and in sema Mr. Ernest Boatin CEO Emma Global Media Alliance on also audituja.
This is the 12th year that we are having this event, and let me just say this is a fun family event, and it's held on the 6th of March every year. But this year, because the 6th of March falls on a Sunday, we've moved it to the 7th, which is a holiday. The 7th, which is a Monday and a holiday. This event, as I said earlier, is a family fun event, and it involves, bringing your families together, your friends together, to network and also do a short run, which is with their family and friends, and also to exercise. It forms a healthy part of exercising, especially with your family and other colleagues and also other friends in the family. For the past 12 years, what we've done is all the proceeds from the event is donated to the Mercy Social Center. And for us, this is one of the key reasons why we collect money from this event. It's very, very dear to our heart, and it also goes to support a worthy cause.
Mr. Ernest Boatin, CEO Emma Global Media Alliance or Chechemu Dientia Global Media Alliance edene ho eje Happy FM Lakeside Marina Park Family Fun Run okasa wie ape na director Emma Lakeside Estate I friend Mr. Salah Kweku Kamoni ono so ede ichise ampenyufo de atuja for this year's event no ono so ede eno so atuja na o say net year o me making sure say COVID-19 protocols no ye adhere to ni nyina dindindin pa na o say this year mpo de obi abeba ho bia no ye expect say vaccination card ekita wunsem o person register there and so making sure say what the vaccination I say to me no na o sanso eka say this year dear send omuti kan no 3 years ago no onbeye no run across Ghana, Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, Tamale ho nyina onbeye run no bi ewo ho send be ya families a omo sa areas nyina no onbetumi aba together send be ya onbe promote healthy lifestyle na o say Accra de ne de eno na biggest one no ebekoso ewo Lakeside Marina Park ewo Lakeside na de wo other regions no medical akano Tamale, Accra, Kumasi no ebe sase ewo Japan Motors na etumi abawie ewo Japan Motors offices a ewo sa areas nyina nti yentie de Mr. Kamoni ono so odi to join na.
This year will be held under strict COVID-19 protocol, and we insist that all the participants this year must be fully vaccinated. All participants this year must be fully vaccinated. And as part of the protocol, we are doing an outdoor activity. An outdoor activity is always much safer than an indoor activity. And for those of us who, for some medical reasons, cannot run, cannot have the vaccine, as we did last year, we are doing the Run Ghana Club. It's a virtual club for those who are not here. Now, talking about what we did about 3 years ago, we started doing the run across Ghana as people have asked questions in this forum. And I hope we get more questions. So we are running in Accra, we are running in Kumasi, we are running in Tamale, and we are running in Takoradi. We want everybody to be here at the venues. For the family fun run, the biggest event will be at the Lakeside Marina Park at Lakeside City. All the other venues across the country will be at Japan Motors. So it will start at Japan Motors and end at Japan Motors. But in here, it will start at the Lakeside Marina Park, run within the city, then end at the Lakeside Marina Park. We do the changes every few times.
Mr. Salah Kweku Kamoni, Director, Emma Lakeside Estate. Inti Jumedi ne de sisi anu ye biemu registration asiasi ankasa obetumi apeko registration form. No Silver Star Tower, Happy FM, Global Media Alliance, ewo Jowlu, Lakeside Marina Park, ewo Asalibotwe, na YFM Akramo. Ho nyina obetumi akopeki registration form ho. Na registration form no yesi individual 50 Ghana cedis. Na family of 2 adults and 3 kids no and no 150 Ghana cedis. Now school team of 5 so they obetumi etua 250 cedis. Sika we nyina ye je no said that Mr. Boatin de kan ya no e be making it possible say ya de achede kese be kwa koma Mercy Social Institute ho na de sika no betumi akoma mo wo enti we ene nsema ya de abramo from the Happy FM Marina Park Family Fun Run. Ebekoso on the 7th of March 2022. Yeremo ewo de akoso ewo Accra Heart of Folk akachi na Accra Heart of Folk. Ena omotume confirm me say Abranti our friend Sule Mutari no wotumi assign a deal with Bobo Kono to the end of the season. Na omo patche say the 2010 UEFA Champions League winner no only Phobians no year training am ampenyu for decide say the modern boy so ani nti no 37-year-old Sule Mutari no onbemanya konya say onbesi akan ewo Ghana Premier League do mena na ampenyu for eka say openyu no he's been without a club since the contract eba we ewo Albacete in 2019. Sisi ani de omo pese openyu no ebeboa se ne be ya enthusiasm ema Ghana Premier League no betumi akoye na House of Folk so de omo finfi ho anema ensedan koye wo no Sule Mutai betumi abosta mo midfield no we ene nsema mpenyufo edituja bra omotumi unveil Sule Mutai as new player. And the House of Folks, see, and Sule Mutai has been confirmed say a player. New so eba HSA Kumasi Asante Kotoko after say goalkeeper bako Freno Razak Balora and etumi ebu niketem every Ghana ko PMO or Sheriff Tiraspor no young goalkeeper bako Freno Abdul Rafiu Yakubu ono so onya injury into see and there Kumasi Asante Kotoko man decided say Abrantie or former Ghana international Freno Fatau Dauda no adia ombekwa ko fan say ombra no be third choice keeper ema mo we any sema epiefri ho so eba openi friend Dauda no na enche bia na osi akan ema Legon Cities October 2021 na the contract no eba ye asisi ano oye adwuma e TV so oye pandit e TV so a Africa Cup of Nations na no obehun se o TV so a oka football in sensem sisi ani de wate de because enche bia no obeko akodina ponum ama Kumasi Asante Kotoko ya de a otumi dru ho a so otumi to goalkeeper friend Dan Lad ana Kwame Ba ansa na obetumi ejinem as number 1 goalkeeper ema Kumasi Asante Kotoko we ene adwuma eda nim ema abrante a ye friend Fatal Dada we ene nsem kakra epie from the local scene me de bre etiefo yen remo e Total Energies Afcon update na remo e ho dia enche bia Egypt and Cameroon ochina omobehia e second semi-final of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations na nsema epie free Egypt kan pe ba ne say Gambian referee a friend no Bakari Gassama no Egypt for the official petition akoto CAF enim say referee we there enya dia omo pese onu bedi match we omo say referee no our tendency say otumi errors bebre na omo sanso the video of the handling of matches bi akoto FIFA CAF enima omo say referee we there match involve host nation there here referee a yebe work confidence or referee we mu nti referee no enya dia omo ni gine ho na omo pa che say referee we omo ni Nigeria first match omo ball Afcon no ono ena di match no nko for bebre say referee ni there o ya dia ye papa Egyptians say debida referee we enya dia Mr. Gassama say ono ejina akensie no CAF are yet to take a decision on referee but see ani there Egypt have already registered their protest against referee obedi match between omo any host nation we any sema PFU eba Cameroonian national team no after qualifying to the next stage of the competition and knockout stages of the competition no impenyu for echa sika eto ho sika about $85,000 eto ho ma players ni say sisi amorem e wo knockout stages no munji sika we na musom na players sisi debida e say omutumi ye adoye kakra na omo say victims of Olembe Stadium stampede no ade a omo pese sa sika no ye donate ma sa victims no we ene nsema efri ho so a eba obia e kase adoye Cameroonians na ye no players no omo akire odoye pa enti ese Cameroon nyina no omo pie in omo number se ne be ya omo ba be support omo ewo omo match omo no Egypt bebo ochina we ene nsema efri ho eba Fecafoot president Samuel Leto say players na kadia and they will be making it possible say obetumi aye enti sisi ani de impenifo aye nhihye say omo be call to the aid of victims of the Olembe Stadium thanks to the benevolence of the players of the Cameroonian national team and Africa Cup of Nations no yebe remo ewo semi-finals no and first match ebe koso ewo Amadou Ahidjo Stadium ewo Yaoundé eho na Burkina Faso omotimi remo ewo mo fourth semi-finals no omone the Teranga Lions of Senegal ebe hia na Teranga Lions of Senegal no they are chasing their third final berth ewo competition no na ye kese no omo coach friend Aliou Cisse or the assemble akumienu bi etuja eno press conference ye ko hia wo na opinion no French ne de na oka French bebre na de metumi and say, I say, na omo person omo 7 games tournament no sisi ani de omo nya akonya se omo 7 games but enya match nkitinkiti na omo person omo 2 big matches big semi final match baako any final na nkesa baako eno any de da omo anima omo hwe nim say last year omo to me last 2 years no omo do finals omo to me amfa crew ano ensi omo share so this time they want to go one better than omo to me here we any asema Aliou Cisse coach ema Senegal ono so odituja na yekopie mo Kamu Malo coach ema Burkina Faso ono so asema odituja ene say ene uko Burkina Faso a niama ensheda enkoyie terrorism any political unrest ama Burkina Faso krom ho no enye de krakrakra na sisi ani de omo objective ene say omo pese omo ko ni omo nim competition no se na be ya they put smiles on the faces of Burkinabe people no we ene nsema opinion so edituja obi a ehwe nim say ene Kamu Malu any ni team no Burkina Faso Stallions of Burkina Faso no on betimi etwi afa bobuko friend Senegal so se ne be ya Burkina Faso man no enije kakra betumi abaho we any sema coaches ne ekaye na kasa ne de se na medical kai no French na omo kai enti French kakra misua no de metumi ede free omo press conference no ebremo eno so enie yenremo ewo England na yakudru England dia Manchester United abranche baako a friend Mason Greenwood abranche na so aye hie papa Sunday and a police arrested no on the suspicion of rape and assault na okopie mo ewo court and penifo eka say further no omo holding no to Wednesday because they say omo tumi toto na so nanu because other claims so aba sisia no you say sexual assault allegation no ewo ho and a threat to kill so abeka ho sisia no Mason Greenwood abranche no enya de obetumi esi akan ema Manchester United Greater Manchester United police sisia ne de abranche no omo asonimo che obetina omo hosa until omo investigations no ekoanim we any sema free Mason Greenwood akachia eba yenremo ewo NFL mo na yenremo ewo NFL mo NFL American football na abrantia baako a osia kan ewo NFL nom Tom Brady na abrantia we wedi 44 years abrantia no osia kan ewo NFL mo 22 seasons na abrantia no 22 seasons no otumi ewini 7 Super Bowl championships. Now, Otome Eji 5 Super Bowl MVPs. And also G 3 NFL MVP awards. A branch away, or say, Nipa Baby, one band in our Sicilia, baby, I would drew I want to carry a mono, a idea, a sort to me to mediano at all. Now, Osha, a branch at 44, no still no, or performing at the peak of Nepal because Osha League, num dia passing yards out to me clock it this season, no 5,316, highest than any other player in the NFL. Osanso a complete 485 runs and Osanso here 43 touchdowns. A branch no the record ni dey na so ni year pa but to share the performance Emma Tampa Bay Buccaneers enya there omutumi every mo e playoffs no omu lose playoff spot no to Los Angeles Rams. We ama a branch no see there Jumedio no waye bi e NFL mo sisi ano ade a odi Jumedi no to ho. He's considered as the greatest of all time about quarterbacks NFL mo sisi aye ka say there Aprantia otumi win 6 championships with New England Patriots and otumi win back in 2020 with Tampa Bay Buccaneers no. Tom Brady or sisi ane there on the model no omukọ akọji omweni na musika omobuabu ano no ombetumi edi omusika wo mwenum we ane asema Tom Brady or the aba and I'm the Happy Morning Show sports update no ABC Mamika will say for more sports no tune in to Happy Sports at 9 a.m. Ohene Bampo Brenya Alan Green the researcher Udi Asempa Kwame Wari legendary Joe Debra omuna ombetenase na omudi Happy Sports abremo ewo Happy 98.9 FM. Mr. Kosoafa we feed to Happy 98.9 FM and keep watching ETV Ghana. Yabada ni onkaka yababaka. The Happy Morning Show continues.
Morning Show live on ETV, live on Happy 98.9 FM. Yama yehu akwa ba bejumede no susafe and I do a video no ato ahanum say I'm hoping that so far you've enjoyed the conversation and you can also send me your thoughts as to positions we have taken on matters we are discussing this morning. Ramon, yes, I'm hoping that you are looking for the GSC of wallet.
I've delivered it.
You have delivered it?
Yes,
okay, all right, because the counter a letter na mehuno suggests that I see a PC you would know akaso and Myanmar resign. But your baba can watch it to remove. Wait, if you Odia Sempa Kwame worry home. Or say, kindly wish Mr. Frank Akule, CEO of Ghana First Company Limited, a special happy birthday from Odia Sempa Kwame Wari and Joe Debra. Mr. Frank Akule, CEO of Ghana First Company Limited, happy birthday to you. We every Joe Debra and Odia Sempa Kwame Wari. Womo eswe nyankopon shira na onto nkwanemu na onye wo kese. Samre de yemfa Ghana mbra yen camera embro manfo.
The protection of right to life is provided for in Article 13 of the 1990 Constitution, and that is to take care of Section 46 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act, Act 29, 1960, where there is a punishment in respect of murder, where that punishment will seek to take away somebody's life, where at that point the person's right to life cannot be protected. But beside the punishment of murder, there are other scenarios or instances where such certain things will happen, and then a person will lose his life in the midst of those happenings. The law is saying that nobody will be held liable. So, for example, if police is to go in and effect a lawful arrest and somebody loses his life, the police will not be held liable. If a citizen is defending himself or his property from attack or under any attack or any advances from some other person and death do occur, that person will not be held liable. As well as if you are to go in to suppress or to clamp down a riot or an insurrection or mutiny and death do occur, you will not be held liable. As well as if you are preventing somebody from committing a crime. If you chance upon somebody committing a crime and you go in to help to prevent that, and in doing that, that person or somebody loses his or her life, you will not be held liable. So technically, the protection of the fundamental human rights in respect of right to life is clear that you cannot intentionally take away anybody's life. You can only do that based on these 4 or these areas that you lawfully be permitted or be absolved by the law. But in respect of that, everybody's right to life is protected under Article 12 under the 1990 Constitution, and it's only the sentence or the criminal offense of murder that has the sentence corresponding to be death, which one's life could be curtailed, which in fact Ghana in our civil democratic dispensation have not really caused the death of any citizen as a result of the person's sanction of being one who is committed for the offense of murder. So that is the protection of the right to life of citizens. It is sacrosanct, it is clear, but it can only be taken down on the basis that you are doing that in the execution of an offense that has been pronounced and therefore a person has been convicted, or if you are doing that in respect of lawful arrest or to prohibit further commission of a crime or to defend yourself or your property or to maybe go in and to put down or clamp down some riots or insurrections. Thank you very much.
And welcome back. 15 minutes to the top of the hour, 8 live on Happy 98.9 FM, Nisim 95.9 and 100.1. So again, I ask, how it's been the morning? Yeah, you're driving. Yeah, you tip motor. So yeah, you're now from. Yeah, koye njumemu. Etimu poben ene de aircore ene njumemu na yakoye nia ewose ye. Some radio ye bedi enkoma na ewose ye ton enoma ekakra because hu hia me so me hu ed ehia. Now I don't connect level premium energy drinks men can just an a sorry and so I say why a door big a cry why a slow big a cramenia. I don't cook next level premium energy drink. Ne bobako. Obobako when I was send the vitamins, proteins, about when I'm doing more. I'll bet me a day I egg my dear almost and can't say a boil amount high concentration and after no amount memory in so very sharp. And it's mean Pomodia so being back on what boss say, oh, you walla to walla sa. Now upon what danger swar, PB nato. Demum about what fire flu and I say, Woma, Aquadanu for. But your enumbi akwada wundi 18 years on and numbi it can be detrimental to your health. I don't cook next level premium and energy drink Canadian a low limit. Wait me from I was 0204898698 na on your more edi and como na bibia ako and kind so ediama. Look, me ediana me pepa no eye miensa and then me watch them. Bako I say menya me banku and inkruma. Na relation na kotoshim me na mesin no baako enso ne se waye eye fufuo pa ne ebunabunu na enwa ne hihye mu na salmon bi etuaso na mushroom enso ehye final one ene se waye nice jollof pa na me nia beef kakra bi hye mu na waheda edi beans bi so ahye mu na ebia de macaroni kakra bi esuo mu a uwi na de salad ne gusu na timokogu nchema me a me na me kronom enne so be jollof amana ye oda eno ane se menia ope eye tasty tom jollof mix no tasty tom jollof mix jollof ni ye na it can become some more I think I be steaming nam no we are watching why you dey see honom and na why you stew no we stew no we are na ebenya wasansuo e de gumu se se de obenu amo na ansa na menia o de mo na gumu na ni nyina is a long process. Use tasty tom jollof mix. Process no simple. We go ma make say ya papa 30 minutes 20 minutes e mo na ben oni ebisuadom ni nyina no mo edidie enti say wakodru eye efie oni nkoda no ebia mo free school makodru efie mami daddy we want jollof tasty tom simple easy una akono enti per tasty tom jollof mix ni bi na onso use na fire jollof a eni ko abrena taste na ni hwam no e de kwa ene say bibia no tasty tom jollof mix I know any no yedi aduane it's quick and it's fast. SIM card registration exercise no cost one is at mania register your SIM card and then start the process *404# or phone no so follow the prompts and you're good to go. No for Ghana card no na afenz no o GPS address no and also no o de akọ wo service provider Airtel, Tigo, MTN and Vodafone. Now wako complete registration exercise no ewo honum NCA4 number with me afese be actually wadwene 0800 110-622 na oni womo edi enkomo register na minia ya avoid issues bia and problems bia going for it. Rather than make a love as an answer this.
Me say tasty top about because we are your love I just a tasty top wow. But they say I don't want to be home here in so until I not see.
Bondasi monkey.
If you sabi some way kill out.
Destroy everything.
No one piece.
Now, you know what we were in school, not your cadet, now. We're part of the naval cadet. And every year, be an Emma, you're back to my never visit and I say, for training. Na your back training back when I cruise meet me bomb with it because we a big man will grow say meet me bomb with it. And I cruise here to one on bound. Charlie make we go town. I say, not what did any movie oh Charlie make we stop town. And yeah, na Charlie movement bear move. And every hour piano, one more check it. Say, are we at the base? Until one better falling. Go for check here, not 3 people missing. And I'm going for send wonder. Every hour be falling, 3 people missing. Falling, 3 people missing. Until the next morning, every day uncle pon logo pa. The damn man folk call home. Normally call the whole compound. Oh. And you know more to the meet me in 2 radio so. Meet me in 2 and then we a big man pa or man we say mo. Meet me and 2. And 2 one. Bondazi monkey ni kusia sabi no. Apashishi. Business and Financial Times, young countryman for said the Business and Financial Times seeks to further cement your brand as one worth celebrating with regards to our Outstanding Brands 2022 publication, and thus is introducing the maiden edition of its annual brands conference, that the BrandCon Africa, under the theme celebrating versatility and innovation in the midst of a pandemic. This event, a first of its kind, shall bring together leading brands to discuss branding and brand sustainability in these times. Speakers shall be carefully selected from experts, heads of brands, marketing, and communication personnel from top-tier institutions across the entire spectrum of the economy. These business minds shall talk about the challenges they went through in the face of imminent danger, but came out unscathed. Jumadi Ebekoso Ewo Kempiski Hotel at 9 a.m. on February 7th, 2022. The maiden edition of the BrandCon Africa is powered by the Business and Financial Times with support from Zoom Lion Ghana, Ghana Free Zones Authority, and Hollard Insurance. Media partners YFM, Happy FM, ETV Ghana, and Asasi Radio. You can call them on 020-945-7427 for further details and enquiries to register your virtual seat to participate. Attendance at the venue is strictly by invitation, and individuals who would like to be part of this event can get more information from our social media handles at BFT Ghana, or COVID-19 precautionary protocols will be fully observed in Yenshano. And so many woye chibomno na odi sikane kakra nso so edi esie, woye chibomno na odi aye sikane kakra edi esie, because you never know when a calamity may strike. You never know when a sikasem ho ebeye din na afi ebia o persist says Ghana mpa na aye problem e de amawo. Mr. Obomode a sikano fabi akọ aye EDC for ho. EDC for Ebeboao am why investment 5 years from now. Say import bibi etuwa, you know, said there is an investment somewhere why Ebeboao am when you sika minia or the bebo hu ebra. Now almost say don't leave any stone unturned. Future. Hey, watching out. So one cast one building future, and yet no, why you say, oh, you are thinking that the economy is going to be robust and that the job you're doing now at some point in time in your life, minia, what more than ever from by 60, 70 years, minia ultimately eduma din PM. And to add into and I win your investment and then with EDC Investments Limited. But when you saw the website, www.ecobank/swam to complete an investment application form. And I'll be from 0302 634 165. And I'll be send you on WhatsApp 059 523 5065. Now only more at the Encomo. EDC Investments Limited is a member of the EcoBank Group, and what must you can say, financial independence there are possible if you are with them. And now your birthday, Mr. Gerhard Mensah. happy birthday to you. Wishing you the very best of the day, and I'm hoping so when you're coupon ever to 219 no ma bibia ako and kind at the amount. So yeah, share time no so dia let's say we have 5 more minutes and sana ebebo a year 8 and a pay. Raymond, I defer to you. Your next Jenny and I'm so no.
2 issues and I better tackle and pay quickly and send us sorry Jimmy Dino. So Bako Magdan versus Ghana Airport Company Limited, Monsema Kosono. And the other one would be COVID-19 National COVID-19 Trust Fund, the seminar Shasi, Yabeto Aswene. And Maminka for said, as we speak, no updated records are now we're expecting say Sabekano, a sentiment as our record no from a PR near. But still no discussion never cost. It is, I mean, quickly, Magdan, Ofa Republic Press and Opera say Magdan was deep in. Na or say as Ghana Airport Company Limited shuts down private jet terminal. Na statement we release me no and a bar and ra if sa statement we home.
Okay.
And Obama me akonya met me akom quickly I might for release back by and ra 1st of February. And not Sakaya, but it was dated 31st of January 2022, which means letter no eba earlier. From the chief executive, from the managing director of the Ghana Airport Company Limited to the chief executive, Magdan Aviation Kotoka International Airport, notice to suspend the use of Terminal 1 at Kotoka International Airport. We refer to our earlier discussions and subsequent directive to suspend the inauguration of the private jet terminal at the Kotoka International Airport until all necessary operational requirements and obligations are met. We note with concern your failure to comply with the directive despite the outstanding issues on the prior terms and conditions for the use and operations of Terminal 1 as a private jet terminal. Management has consequently directed the suspension of your use of Terminal 1 until further notice. You are kindly requested to relinquish the keys to enable management undertake a joint inventory by close of business Monday, 31st January 2022. We count on your cooperation. Signed, Yao Kwakwa, Managing Director, copied to the Secretary to the President, Jubilee House, Secretary to the Vice President, Jubilee House, Honorable Minister of Transport, Honorable Minister, Ministry of National Security, National Security Coordinator, KIA, Board Chairman, GACL, Director General, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, and Director of Aviation Security, Ghana Airport Company Limited. It is, I mean, we any release a bar and ra, okay, and Sakano and ra. But Magdan, so to me, a release statement on the 31st of January 2022. And also, no, it was received yesterday by even the Ghana Airport Company Limited. Now, OSHA stamps was it indicative say this letter was received on the 1st of February. Now, a letter is addressed to the Managing Director, Ghana Airport Company Limited. Dear Sir, suspension of operation. Accept our compliments. We are writing to officially inform you about our decision to suspend our operations at the fixed base operator FBO terminal with immediate effect. This has become necessary to pave way for us to thoroughly engage your outfit and all the key stakeholders on the way forward. We will write to officially arrange for engagement. Whilst at that, we will also appreciate your guidance on what will be the most appropriate step to take. Thank you in anticipation. Sincerely, Dr. Daniel Macaulay, Executive Chairman, and letter no addressed to the Group Executive Airport Management and the Head of Kotoka International Airport. It is, I mean, 2 releases about Magdan private jet terminal launch no na media bel no.
Ati be kwa na menko. Ko. Ade oye don fa na. Ko.
Ko.
Well, the content of the letter will not be my focus.
Okay.
The content of the letter from the Ghana Airport Company Limited is not my focus. My focus is on the people copied in the latest year release from Ghana Airport Company. Interestingly, you find the Secretary to the President, Jubilee House, in copy. You find the secretary to the vice president, Jubilee House, in copy. You find the board chair, GACL, in copy. You find the Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority in copy. It's a statement for me. But suddenly, we find the Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority in copy of their intent and their decisions to make the clear statement that this time around we are biting hard, regardless of whatever had happened in the past and whoever might be behind your activities. And so we are giving notice to anybody who matters in this decision. Civil aviation, we play betua. Womo and the back clear mouse will be to an to. And if Magdan had defied this order as well, say they should halt the activities at the airport. Or just know the bar, one the back clear more landing, one the back clear more take it off. And so I'm happy that the Ghana Airport Company Limited is taking steps to remedy the situation at the airport. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that it has not been the usual talk behind the scenes and then a joint statement will come from the parties to say, oh, we are amicably resolving the matter. But I'm happy the decision has been taken by the Ghana Airport Company Limited. For me, what is a bit surprising to me is the fact to say, still, Ministry of Transport has not spoken on this matter. National Security has not spoken on this matter. I am happy the Parliament has shown interest in this matter. One more to inside the Affair Transport Minister no say one benom be church them say a day and a coso a year airport company and I say airport Kotoka International Airport. It has gotten to this level. But you see, Fati, yeah, can you know about the enforcement of the law and then the respect for state institutions in their mandate. One more no. Now maybe some who also the question say, what happens to the investment of Magdan? What happens to prior arrangements? When in the business folks are what come on as to their plans, their rollout plans and everything. What happens to all of that? What happens to the staff? And then API employer.
Should that be our concern?
For me, I am concerned in the sense of a businessman. Say, could we have found a better way to resolve this? I am concerned about his business, not necessarily because ABI I didn't know where no me fuane so and answer me fuane so, but I'm just saying, say, what would happen to the reputation of the firm if tomorrow the GACL decides say one more lefty ABI ban on their tomosun and I embargo on their tomosun? What happens to the reputation of the brand we just started over the weekend? What happens? Would people be confident enough to want to use this private launch? Would people be confident enough to use one more jet here now? They say they have 3 of them. Would people be confident enough to use their helicopters? Have we killed a business at the point of being best?
Never. Never.
For me, this is my other concern about this matter. Say, this is $1 million business a branty warrior. Would the business be able to pick up after say their backdoor conversations and no akoso? My final point will be on the posture of the company, their submission to the order by the GACL. All this while, the Yahoo and I said and the release that came from the GACL. Upon that letter alone, we could make some conclusions to say Magdan a cheer for Moso. And they went ahead to do their launch. That's the conclusion we arrived at.
Yeah.
But the tone of the letter that for the first time we are seeing coming from the chief executive of the brand. For me, it's suggestive of submission. Yes, Makayate. If we add Ayate, we are coming to have conversations with you to see to the amicable resolution of the issues. But you said no, can be said there could be a force behind him when he or yes, sir. It tells me say those forces have spoken to him. Back down. Go do the needful. That's the way to go. And so I'm hoping that as soon as possible, from the business point of view, I'm hoping that as soon as possible, they can speedily resolve this matter for the business of Magdan to continue. Nobody can be against a wholly Ghanaian owned business. Nyankopon adom enya fedesa ebenyini na allow for Ghana for ebenya adwumaye, and he will put that out there as well. I'm hoping say speedily they resolve the matters and then he's back in business. That's my comment on this.
Thank you, Sammy. I find it interesting that most of us have just been bashing the company for seeming breach of processes. Kasa na bia obi back a company, and I said the company Amfobu Ama the Ghana Airport Company Limited. But Sammy, who is going to talk about the seeming incompetence of the Ghana Airport Company in all this? The seeming the seeming neglect of responsibilities of the Ministry of national security. Who is going to question them on all the things that have happened, not happened? One about come them. It's not growing institutions, any agencies near there, they are supposed to be gatekeepers. They are supposed to ensure say when they fail, at the point where Magdan per their letter no release the first one had shown total disregard for processes, not once, not twice. In their letter they said severally. Then at the point where you had told the company say emamonye launch, na company etumi SSA media for etumi emanko for parking allocations mutumi parking etumi ehihye opening omoye ehihye me sure say microphones ne enyom ni kakra bi be kokoso wotina homa ni nyina call so wieye na afi na oba bontia be kasa no nanka yenya oden a whole construction. Even if it was patching near there, me sure say ebia wheelbarrow ba befa ho, paint bi ba befa ho. What's now money nyina course na ba beka say you can say it was doing your routine checks and so who say bibisa air so when they had not produced the necessary documentation near there was some there side no. Enti why na ebe bo omochi? Why na ebe ka chom say dia muye say. So now that ebia ebimo a stepping in, now the company itself has agreed, say I will also step aside as you have said no, so everything is okay now. What shows that a similar thing will not happen with another company? We need to bring them to book for them to tell us how they are able to fail at Omwanga somewhere Juma Omoye. That is what I have to say about the matter, Sammy. And up till now, the fact that these two letters have come today does not mean say national security has no question to answer. Does not mean say Ministry of Transport has no question to answer. But they are quiet.
Well, I know, as I indicated, Metro Omo, say there are questions that require answers. And so as a journalist, I listed those questions and I sent it to them, hoping that there will be a reply from them. Or my reply will come and sit here and tell Ghanaians, say, national security the transport ministry, and I even copied the interior ministry as well.
Yeah. Sammy, let us go back to Terminal 1. Now you share in Sema McDonald's involvement in Terminal 1 Ediba since 2019 or more rented facility in Emano. Now, Sammy, Obakaya Terminal 1, they are domestic terminal. Until after Terminal 3 was commissioned, Terminal 2 now became departure and arrival for local travels. And at Terminal 3, it take you over international travels. Until Terminal 1 never daho. McDon, apply say, wako signing management agreement with the United States military to provide logistics and handling services through Terminal 1. And no, Emma, aviation ministry, then aviation minister at the time, the late Kofi Ada of blessed memory, may he so rest in peace. I decided, say, Omobe rented facility na McDon for 15 years. Into Terminal 1 na year kano. It must be on record, say, McDon had gone through all the necessary processes to acquire the space for a 15-year period. Now, initially, no, Jimmy episode did any handling of logistics. Okay? Now, one Kofi Ada, you see, issues came up with regard to why he was given this property for 15 years, and Kofi Ada sought to explain, justifying the reason why this property. Moving on. If McDon decided to venture into other businesses, and the aviation ministry thought it wise, say, be engaging in that direction. I should say, how na obetumi edim rano so guidelines ne niam anyina so ono so new operations obey no, it won't conflict and I won't interfere with the operation of the main airport. So I am sure right from the point when McDon initiated SAR plans, discussions had gone on. Niama Koso, to the extent that even when the ministry was consolidated back into the transport ministry, institutional memory, some of these discussions would have gone on to the point where he would now even start thinking of purchasing an aircraft, a private jet, to the extent that he would think of remodeling that whole edifice to make it suitable for the private jets in some episode. And I'm sure every step of the way, the Ghana Airport Company Limited, where they know. I want to believe so. Now, Sammy, along the line, there's a possibility, say, there could have been breaches. Certain things that McDon Aviation ought to have done, they may not have done. And on the blind side of the GACL, when they realized, now when they came to the realization, say, some breaches had gone on a Mbuano. So I mean, from the tone of both parties, discussions have gone on between the two. Correspondence are called back and forth. And I mean, you see, you spoke about somebody investing in his business. I'm saying that for McDon to have gone this far, it meant that he had gone far as his engagement with Ghana Airport Company Limited near concern. He had gone far. Yeah. But ABR, now loose ends be or baby, so much to tighten up. They were not really able to tighten because, Sammy, I want to believe that if it's about licensing issues, if it's about clearance issues, if it's about permits in them on here, Sammy, you cannot jump from step A to step B without all those things. Until adequately, some of these things would have been catered for. But you see, where challenge more was how the airport company said, several breaches had occurred. We had invited you to come for discussions. You never showed up. Sammy?
You never showed up, but you will still continue with your work.
What gave McDon the balls to go ahead with developments and now my decision to do what they did our airport ho sami then the man to me say flout the orders of nipa no regulate you no and nipa na only be adwuma the same place no and go ahead and do what you want to do. And I mean, for me, I will not blame Airport Company, Ghana Airport Company Limited, for incompetence because, you see, almost under the terms of leasing in Yamano. So I mean, I've rented the property to you. There are certain modifications you can do within. It may not interfere with what is outside. Ultimately, and so. You know, they could have spent time doing interior deck on Inyama just to make the place, you know, beautiful. Or more than VIP setting. I'm sure it wouldn't be against the laws of the Airport Company Limited. Ultimately. But when you decide to extend it out, and almost security say you are developing Inyama into brand cancer, I mean, I think that ideal thing for McDan to have done, knowing how much he's invested in his business, was to make sure, say, you are on the same page as the person who owns the property or a portion of it. I think that a honor almost say a mistake, and that is why in a letter you see the tone of their letter is suggestive of somebody who has realized I've erred and I'm not ready to listen to whatever it is that you want to tell. Because look, at the end of the day, he has invested so much money in his aircrafts, he's employed people, he's obviously had pilots, he's obviously invested heavily in the tower links. So I mean, this is not a small business. And so, for the two bodies to now sit down and find the best way forward, no. So I mean, I think that a good step we are seeing from both parties it would lead to an amicable resolution of this matter. I think that for me, if it is monetary issues, whether it is licensing issues, whether it is your friend is saying clearance issues, whether it is ABA construction, also so I mean, I think that these issues can be resolved, and once these issues are resolved, no. We should see McDan do the business of Peso. But you see, I mean, we've allowed this whole business, private investor and Peso. No, we've allowed it to gain. He has allowed it to gain negative traction, and I would say, McDan Aviation have allowed it to gain all the negativities it has generated over the last few days because of decision to call the bluff of the Airport Company Limited. Because I mean, regardless of how much you have invested in, we'll launch. No? So I mean, and
hold it for a second. Namene Nanache Befi and Ninkomo, where director or a Global Institute. You know, ending command pay na Yembisa and Adjune and fa a year the Air Cosono and Global Institute of Aviation. So will be able to me a private lounge be say now. What are the processes also when Nipano or Femu? So far, the Akosono and it's who is saying, is there a likelihood that this will impact negatively on the activities if they are able to come to an amicable resolution of the matter? Mr. Osei, you're welcome. Hello, good morning, Mr. Osei.
Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Osei.
This Amche Nanachi.
Sorry, Mr. Befi. Sorry. Na Pacho, as I say,
Bachabako.
Yo, the Air Coswo a McDan and a Ghana Airport Company Limited. Opani, with your experience and your background, no, or reaction to it, what are some of the saying?
I'm not mono na a yemin kaka because there's a lay down procedure and so go through. But the question is, say Ghana Airport Company Limited actual letter McDana. Now McDonald almost man procedure because there's a lay down procedure so follow when it comes to the issuance of the licenses to operate as a private charter flight. The second thing that we have to also bear in mind is, was the Ghana airport also aware that he has this business that he wants to do? You see, the next question is that did he follow the due process when it comes to the issuance of this? Did they inspect it? Because even if you want to operate the an
private
airline,
lines, yeah.
to say a Ghana airport and a Ghana civil aviation, aircraft are operating which has been approved. So the operating for inspecting aircraft no. It's say aircraft no can operate here. And sana and also one sika ama omako inspect what aircraft no into omako inspect aircraft no ba we follow a procedure. Then you have to call safety procedure. And we will Ghana Civil Aviation also be issue license. All these procedure we go through and sana you issue license no because Sisiano much on letter say over operation no means that a year day and a moment we say all follow all this procedure no and a moment go ahead of year you know you start what launching it. So that's the question.
Opani Tiawamuno, can this action affect one more a business? Nyamia do not some babaka.
It may affect them because already you know what catch your present business world community now you know say oh this is what we are going to start. That's the year now what he has halted what operation is going to affect it. He's going to lose millions of dollars within this short period of time. So the Ghana airport is only more entrance now I'm going to show the way forward so that at least you know they'll be able to marry their differences and move on.
My final question: the role that supervisory ministries there was almost a play. Only say one more Ministry of Transport say about this matter.
Yeah, that's a very good question. The question is that the Ministry of Transport, do they have aviation experts? Because if it's the Ministry of Transport, then someone you appear only pakono work in there or aviation, not only pakono call your inspection. Now pakono making sure say only Ghana Civil Aviation because Ghana Airport pay Ghana Civil Aviation so account no more making sure that your your inspection and will follow all the safety protocols because aviation is all about what safety. It is if all these procedures normal follow, just like the Ministry of Transport, so no, any Ghana airport, no man you mojumaye because no man you mojumaye anaka really money emba. Oh, your money emba because this year is going to lose millions. I'm telling you.
My idea how expensive and capital intensive and such a project will be decided to embark on to own a private jet and then operate a private lounge.
Yeah, because if you are operating a private jet, it depends on what the type of aircraft. Because the type of aircraft and what your maximum takeoff weight, and on the bed says maybe the amount that you pay. Because for example, if you are taking let's say ATR or maybe Boeing 737, now maybe you want to charter it for we do it per hour. Maybe you can say okay per hour is what $5,000. Let's assume that the person chartered the aircraft for what 7 hours or 3 hours. You multiply by what that amount. We have so many operating costs that goes into it. So if all these things you factor into it now, what you say we lose this car. But the question is, who did they assign at the Ministry of Transport to do the investigation? Was the person also has knowledge in the aviation? The who did they also assign from the Ghana Airport Company Limited? So on no investigation and also follow procedure concerning all these issuance of these licenses. That's the question.
Opani yebedo ase no pay Mr. Bafi say ojembe na na di enkomo ewo jumedie no eso happy morning show na waso eguso a utie na ohwe live enso ewo ETV na che Bafi na yene di enkomo no we director Emma Global Institute of Aviation Yejene thoughts kakra yeah Raymond.
Yeah, Sammy, I say my opinion no I would agree with him to a certain extent and disagree with him to a certain extent. You see, at this point, a lot of us are delving into realms of conjecture. We are not privy to a lot of the engagement that went on between the two parties prior to reaching this point. But I mean, look, for anybody to go to the extent of telling you that he's ready to commence a business, we're to say Franco for some for lunch. So I mean, that person may not get to that point without the necessary permitter and a licensor on here to fly an aircraft. And you see, on the day of the said launch, there was a test flight. That test flight was controlled by the Civil Aviation Tower. Who gave Tower the clearance to allow that flight to take off and man the clearance being so on landing. Okay, and again, for anybody who does not have the permit to even move the aircraft on the tarmac, you will not even find that machine there.
That is why in this new letter,
and that's why
those people have been copied.
Yes.
Because ABIA there was some form of miscommunication somewhere.
So that's why I'm saying that. You see, this issue itself, no, I would blame McGann for not heeding to initial letters nearby caused by say
we don't know that now.
No, sir, that letter came in at a point where they cited, the letter that cited breaches, they alleged the so-called breaches. That's why I'm saying that once he got that document, the only thing that would have empowered him or emboldened him to call the bluff of the airport, and say he would have felt, say, in his mind, he's met every single obligation. And so, really, what have I done? I'll go ahead with my launch. But after doing it, if those breaches have been pointed out to him, say X, Y, Z, where he himself realizes that, oh, indeed, I'm in breach, he will now soften his stance and now go and play ball with the GC, the Ghana Airport Company. That's why I'm saying that, you see, Asemno, until the two parties are able to give us further and better particulars, it will be difficult to properly lay the blame at the doorsteps of the GACL for not doing Omojuma. And again, I would say McGann a mistake by ignoring letter to suspend his operation. Not because he did not meet ABI requirements, so meeting and sign with Tuni plane, but police I bet you. Yeah, so even if you feel that you fulfilled all your obligations, if they come and they say, look, there's a problem here, so it's a problem. And if they say based on this problem, we want to suspend you or want to prevent you from operating now, they can do so. And Sammy, as some way there, baby, I do say, McGann is ready to go and dialogue, to go to the negotiation table and sort more issues now. I think that's the best way forward.
Well, Ray, I thank you for your views. You already hinted, it's not just this matter, and I'm any COVID-19 Trust Fund, National COVID-19 Trust Fund, no, echi. Sika one realize it, and Sika one disburse. Who and who received what? Was that the mandate of the COVID-19 Trust Fund, no, for these entities, individuals to have received ASS Canana? Now, yedi ahun komona na yenya womo communications penny yeneno edi nkomo se ombra no mecheche mu na womo website a womo ya to ho no ma eho na se pay information efa the National COVID-19 Trust Fund no was ye chrono virtually. What the conversation with the PRO revealed was that the information that is on the page, he was categorical and I say the website company must be pulled down.
Okay.
And that they are updating.
Yes.
Then we asked for certain particulars because we were giving him figures and he was telling us that the figures we are giving him, which is on their own website, are figures that we cannot work with. And so if we'll be bold enough to come to their premises, see about data now, whatever my and immediately after the show, I got Isaac said, one more dia na on fre penino na on G documents in my so that today when we come and sit here, fairness will prevail. Seeing that he has told us that the information that is on their website is not accurate. For purposes of balance and fair reportage, so producer will enter a statement or no allude to the fact to say he will get us that a friend is saying document, Not after Raymond, because now it gives us room to operate as journalists. Ya consult say ye pay. Producer, the patch on the pay nanti. Was it you raising
59 million point no the yin free on the approximately 60 million.
Hear me point no kwa na hear me no.
Points na krata bia na manim say. And I don't want to do approximately 59 million. Ya say mu 49 million. So wo pay point na me do office asoma no bi mra no meje krata mra wa details ni nyina wo so.
The entia me be sa point no ho asem ne say me wo website see a am website no indicate kire me say sika amanya cash donations na 59,530,912.49. That's the sika monsaka and now ye kan ho asem no.
O say
59.5 million. 59.5 million. And I will catch him say
metumi reconcile figures na ma me woni nyina me duro office a metumi the amount the website no mean dispute ya na e to ho but we say as time goes on bibi ba na update bibi ba and it depends on the last time you update the website. There is no problem about figures.
But now we cast a sika amount is best na 49 million. But my website in the catch is amount is best 53.3 million.
And I make sure say 53 point something no a new sir, but there are certain but the website no crown as at Friday no I been say was say pull information ni be down na update into be update but the me catch the we no and na o de fire adwuma na say o pese unya accurate figures and my catch say it will Jubilee House 0.6 Jubilee House Annex either say obesuma with news team and now will be obebiano e be man updates ni nyina
enti NPRO Emma the National COVID-19 Trust Fund yepe answers response out the my assurance document no yes abeka yeti hey you need document bia some information was say but what they are contrary to what is on their website official or the bema no and the producer Isaac Poge will show you on my assurance so oh yeah sabeka document no some say bia anopay na eba some
menim say I had the impression say documents in edaho what's my say edaho like ono crab between their small biam and their bros is here you know it's nothing it's like a nyafe na or kotena ho akoye tally ni ade answer their bro you know I was surprised when the producer kept asking and pushing still signed to Bianca.
Yeah Sammy
yeah
for the avoidance of doubt
the website is also still active.
The website is still working. The figures as at yesterday when we were having a discussion with the PRO, the figures remain intact. And Sammy, let nobody be deceived. Say the 49 million expenditure now, PRO ne kaya no, eno ne number ejina ho. Because as far as we are concerned, ukom website so the 22 beneficiaries. When you add up individual amount to BRG, it brings you to a total of 53,366,082.52 pesos. So I mean, that is the amount cash donations the National COVID-19 Trust Fund is best. As I'm not can ask 49 million this. I mean, unless he wants to tell us that these figures that are here, it is not the exact figure in Ankofonoji to bring us to that 49 million number. Unless that is what he wants to tell us. But otherwise, what we have here, Sammy, you cannot tell me, say, when you add these things up, you get 49 million. Sammy, you see, yesterday I asked a question, say, this National COVID-19 Trust Fund, was it created to be a quasi-finance ministry? Sammy? Because President was clear. At the time he was commissioning this fund, say, he didn't want the donations people were bringing to mix with government funds. And he wanted to decouple state funds from the contributions people wanted to bring to support the fight against the pandemic. And the president was clear that human intervention was key to his decision to put this fund together. The needy and the vulnerable was at the heart of Jumidiano Pesodi. And Sammy, I took you through expenditure and how the sums were disbursed. And Sammy, if I take you through a few of them, it was practically to support government business. So institutions that were supposed to go to the finance ministry for funds now found an avenue to go to this COVID-19 trust fund for money. And I'm a business say, was the fund set up? And you see, as I'm saying, if Parliament is interested, Parliament should pick up the documents from the National COVID-19 Trust Fund, the minority, if they are interested, and ask for proper accountability. Because clearly, per the bill that set them up, and how some of these funds were disbursed, I mean, I don't think that the proper procedures were followed.
Well, Raymond, let me hold up for a second. If act now, a form is our fund way now. Act 1013 now. The object of the fund, came out. Was say the objects of the fund are to A, complement the efforts of government to combat COVID-19 pandemic by providing an avenue for well-meaning individuals, groups, and corporate bodies to contribute or donate monies or resources that may be required to combat COVID-19 and receive any other monies or resources contributed or donated to combat COVID-19.
Good.
Sources of money and resources for the fund. We'll say the source of monies and resources for the fund are donations, gifts, or any other voluntary contribution to the fund, monies or resources that may become lawfully payable to the fund, and other monies or resources that the board, in consultation with the minister responsible for finance, may determine.
Okay.
What arguments now raised, legitimate? Is it a fund, one more better than quasi state institutional?
Yeah.
Ghana Health Service said this best, no more so this best,
Yes.
NCC, allocation for them for in the budget.
Yes, of course.
For one more for COVID-19, Jessica, World Bank be supporting, IMF be supporting.
Yes, there was 200 million.
So then, if the objective of the fund is to complement the efforts of government to combat the COVID-19 pandemic by providing a revenue for well-meaning individuals, groups, corporate bodies to contribute or donate, how then do we end up collecting money from these corporate institutions who are also donating towards, let's say, another private fund? How do we end up collecting money from them and then give it to the same people that they have gone to give some to, that use it for your job?
Exactly.
How do we give some of the money to a friend saying a foundation?
So I mean, I've searched for a BAE foundation everywhere.
How can they not give some of the money to a BAE
How
foundation?
do we give it to a friend saying Nooks?
Yes.
How do we? For handing over?
Sammy, but the man told you that was not what the money was used for.
But what have you stated on? What have you stated?
So what I think we are missing is that. Why are we having this discussion? Based on what NIA discussion?
Based on the information on their website.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
And if they themselves come out to tell us, say, what is on the website that they themselves created, imputed, yan discarding and yan cry.
No, we are not
and the
discarding
website is still live and it's still sitting there.
We are not discarding.
You have not updated it. You have not shut it. You have not. You can say giving us even paper documentation. I would say that is your right way. Who forced you to go and put information in there? Sammy, if some information in new maybe in Kabana some can so we need accountability into the month of figures in better and more sorry na mudi figures akwa and based on the figures and the explanations you have given on your website, there be some questions what's it disregarded? Really?
And
we are not talking about that. We are still there asking questions about. Adi almost said that is not the true reflection of reality.
Sami Nyabutre, before Bekono. Sami, before Bekono, Nyabutre. Onim say
under 1 minute.
Yeah, Onim say
COVID-19
national COVID-19 trust fund was the biggest contributor to the COVID-19 private fund. When both funds were running,
assuming
on the benevolence of corporate Ghana,
assuming the right information, the correct figures they have, you know, and you know, what website.
Oh no, these are the correct figures. Look, you see, when you go to the wall of private fund, or more column, the biggest
because me for
but some paying for your medical, but you say some watching your bar. I would explain to Ghanaians why. You see, 72 reasons why COVID-19 National Trust Fund had absolutely no business.
All right.
Donating to the private fund. Absolutely no business. And I mean, the money we are talking about is 25% of the money they realized.
Mama come by about 72 no. I hope say.
Sure, Ochina.
72 reasons why the National COVID-19 Trust Fund had no business contributing to the private fund.
May I have just one reason why?
Yeah, Daniel Honey Abba, Ebetua and Comotuche. And welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. We have 14 more minutes before we hit the top of the hour 9. Ibokwaba Eba Jumediano, so Mekacho said, and I'll have some big men join me in the studio. Now, one more other coming, Sam, Minyomo, AD, and Komo. All this time, so Uti Happy Morning Show, Minudin Koma. I usually mention the Ghana Beverage Awards. I always encourage you to go and nominate a brand that you feel should win an award. And I pay and penny for me, no, our Hanum Minyomo, AD, and Komo. Manasa Kwafo, we're executive officer, our GMA, and Justice Jerry Ofori, group head of events, one also our maintainer. The makeup, but no names of other people ever hand here. And then no ebedino, you know, na Maji Misika and pay. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Sammy.
Always looking sharp and smart.
Thank you, boss.
Manasa is always looking sharp and smart. The same say, Jeremy Hono.
Oh, David,
Naya by Jeremy. Near by Edma. Shall I speak to have you in the studio? Well, Mami, I started just the tone for the conversation. The Global Media Alliance brand has in the past years acknowledged the immense efforts of the Ghanaian beverage industry and has instituted the Ghana Beverage Awards, an award scheme that celebrates the beverage industry and its stakeholders. The scheme, since its inception, has provided an interactional platform for industry players and relevant stakeholders. In accordance with its theme, Inspiring Excellence in Ghana's Beverage Industry, the scheme has proven phenomenal in ensuring the industry players are abreast with the latest industry trends whilst abiding by the highest standards in the production and delivery of their goods and services. Jerry, normally, you can't beverage. Yana, I do not make the Bami money, so make on Milo.
Oh, that be beverage abroad. Abroad. So, Ghana Beverage Awards, award scheme, constituted 6 years ago.
Okay.
So the idea is to champion the excellence in the beverage industry. The person you celebrate your money, you encourage you more to do more. So in paying for tenancy, normally this award scheme we buy.
Okay.
Now I started with fewer categories. Now over the years, we've tried to improve and add more categories.
Okay.
We have every year we try to improve, and then in the 4th edition, you try to introduce new segment. Our scheme solid.
Okay.
And see, the BFN industry tour. I don't know your beverage companies tenancy, and these are agreeing to omoni. Omo Jennifer Sona, Omo Biomo Pro MI. So industry tour BBA your judges and ya quenya industry honom no ekɔhwɛ ɔmo premises na ɔmo hwɛ ɔmo processes a ɔmo de yɛ adwuma and sana the final product na yɛ den about abɔnten for yɛ consumers no to consume again try introduce bibi efe no beverage corner ɛwɔ yɛ partnered radio and TV stations no beverage corner no and also educate the public on beverages and also a platform to me promote beverage companies, you know. Now we've come far. Now I'm fan of one just on say we be facing some challenges.
Yep.
And then we've been able to manage and improve upon all our but I think the major one we are seeing in facing COVID-19. So COVID-19 by no your physical event for award scheme now no your hotel because I say public gatherings anyway now should be on hold. But yantianda paying for transit say okay and the new trend you know you call virtual na for award scheme no embra so your 4th and 5th editions you know virtual your partner TV and radio stations you know. So the journey you know any award scheme no maybe free any maybe abedu ni na metina they say this year akwenya to be aba ye physical event you know na efa networking any the physical feeling of the event you know in na be experience it maybe free any maybe you do no and only
yo normally me bohu derua na me catch man for say wo mo enco nominate ebia brand and as a beverage wo mo prefer so wo mo epeso wo mo a winning award be during the event you know over to me the afemo in terms of categories any beverages na you can want no
okay madam was sami na me ka say like Jerry said ye ni age how far the event has come. Now, say if you are talking about nomination, I make her say you be nominations at all. Your brand of the year, your product of the year, your liquor of the year, your RTD of the year. Nominations they be brave. Into nomination you be out. In fact, the launch year you be a quite to say oh, Oshana drink be or ho. I don't know the be or her. We need to have say unya award. Oko www.ghanabeverageawards.com. Ukwa be nomination nomination you two categories your public nominations me know you betimi nominate any your brand nomination ebia me brand and produce insan we are na nso we are miss me to nominate me home for award into two nominations the ukwa www.ghanabeverageawards.com wait ma ko nominate into nomination e woman kopem 7th February e been from last month until 7th February I'm say next week hono baby na nomination be ending tin ye be sre ne abon kai say enyansa ne say wonom keke anansu ne say wonom keke o say wo hwe say obenya awards now they apatime pride and say me ntone keke ana the papa na me to until from now to 7th of February uko www.ghanabeverageawards.com wait ma ko nominate o brand for the particular category I person o winning
and say nominations ni we are what next Jerry.
Okay, so nominations ni we are akwenya wo homa judges no so mbeko industry tour na mekan
yeah
so mbeko akohwe processes ne sene omoye omadwuma no na maba but as 9 we open for voting no e be my public no for product of the year and ope and I will say omoye but the other we categories you know I think say Ibeka 17 no I don't know mainly for the judges and then we know to do that but then the voting will start at the date you know ebetuja as soon as we go for the tour no I think tour near 1 week until we tour na be for the voting.
Okay, but the others no not Jerry say over to kakra.
I'd rather want to add a bit to tour na ye no. Obi try fear be say tour na mo so far so say unse Ghana the perception is that award be an obitimi fair check kutia na ade but because of the credibility of GBA in say na say Jisna Jerry can be ombeko your judges never call plants baby amoyemo and sano. Now the reason why they go there and say unse it was standards be Food and Drugs Authority money there to how to produce the drinks and they go to check say aso products na ba out na no mo fa kwan papa so na mo dey na say be out na offer nkyene ne ade na aka ba won dey abro bi say on the proper processes ebe fa so ebe ma nsana ba out nti by the time ebe obi din say we ni water of the year na ebia this band of the year not to say we meet all the standards nti I think and say nen kakra me dey beka industry to no
all right Jerry, I don't know say you did in competition every no if there are any other areas I'll say you touch and sana quickly. Yeah, sorry so.
Okay, but my touch on the categories. So me didn't can I no. You started fewer categories. Now we have I can boast of about 18 categories yeah already on. Being water of the year, spirit of the year, beer of the year, manufacturer of the year. And I introduce international beverage brands awards with category via and also so far we have about 18 categories this year awarded on and then also I think it's in order to wrap up stakeholders especially the beverage industries and yet obia na be ne plan to was but never share how I may me because I think that there are secrets they don't want to come out but they open the doors for our judges to come and see their processes near Denina and no kwano ya da ma say ya da Ghana me some catch Ghanaians so say no made in Ghana drinks na mwa in the industry because the more now you purchasing made in Ghana drinks and then more so enya at least sika more and improve it upon some of our stakeholders in which is Food Research Institute under CSIR so say Consumer Protection Agency and say Food and Beverage Association of Ghana Ministry of Trade and Industry so GTA Ghana Tourism Authority so from day one. I think the media partners Manasseh now now make us say 2022 edition which is 6th edition it will be one of its kind. Since the break now you call virtual we want to come big, so I think at the appropriate time we will announce the venue and the date and then the event will happen.
What I say?
Okay, me the Kakaraka Jerry now. Since there is a big, we will be a follow GB awards now. We will say your stage sets be a touch of class. It is always on point. Even a virtual one, Quebecers and virtual and there will be a new thing. Why go through the stress? But it has always been on point. Into your better perception management asset. Omona, your set here in your mona, aboa, and the creativity always comes out. Into your PMI for perception management international for a better ETV Ghana say. If in fact, TV now, not even a second now who say a GBA ad is running Happy FM, and so it's always running City FM, and have a Business and Financial Times. In fact, your media partners are holding in one moment in a better say. Oh, and I sent Jessica, so a very big thank you to Ghanaians. Say, man, no, and son, and sooner company into me engine, and I ain't in so now what and see a better money now as.
Medos Manasseh, Jerry, Medos and Open say, big man to say more. Mobecam and San Open, money me, Eddie and Como Elgimedino. So, God bless.
That's a savvy.
All right, the folks, Yamepa, Ochina, Adum, or the chair, a business social na Yedi and Como issues na raise Yedi home community. Yedi bebrena echo epahwada ben ene area between 1 and 5 intino nkomodi no pese onsusu otremu na wote se wo mo ahwetwe emu ensem ni ya hia dompra ane ne team no area between 1 and 5 no mo fa ensem no emfa embro epahwa da ben ibehia ochina